Crowd has built up in the last 10 minutes or so. And it's looking to be about 70,000. Look at the giant, number 3, Salmon. Great responsibility. Wren, he only played one of his first 8. Here's the toss.
And Bomber Thompson has won the toss and elected to kick to the right of screen.
Thanks for that, Max. So Thompson winning the toss over Chris McDermott. Now, speaking of Chris McDermott, the players' bar back in Adelaide, they'll be cheering today. That's Chris McDermott's bar back in South Australia. Bernie, what about some of the big keys today? Salmon?
Yes, Paul Salmon. Well, I think that Pittman will have to match up with him. 206 centimetres is Paul Salmon. Pittman 198 centimetres. So Paul Salmon with a decided height advantage there, but I think he's the only one to go with him.
Well, on the other hand, Greg Anderson, a prolific possession gatherer for the Adelaide side. And, of course, playing against his old team. He played quite a few games with the Bombers, but a very, very important player for Adelaide.
And Gavin Wanganeen, the former Port Adelaide player, what a champion he's been since he's been at Essendon. A lot of people's tipped for the Brownlow medal. An exciting prospect, fantastic in that back pocket.
Andrew Jarman, I think, can have a bit of an influence here today. These conditions would suit him. I know he's not blessed with a lot of pace, but a very skillful player, and he has to produce, as do these players. I think the bench players, they're no longer, do they just replace? Exactly. They have to have an impact, don't they?
Integral part of the side, the interchange these days, Robbo. There's another very important player, Nigel Smart. It looks as if Masudi's picking him up. So Joe Masudi playing at centre-half back, or is it Grenvold? Yes, Grenvold now has moved alongside him.
Start of the game with the MCG preliminary final. Adelaide to the left. Essendon to the right again. Essendon going without a traditional centre-half forward here. A vacant spot there. Wren won the first tap out of the centre. Denham's quick kick will probably get the job to tag McGuinness. Visca gets a kick away for Adelaide. A half forward. Smart in the box seat. Went with one hand. Grenvold on him. Smart from 55 metres. Centering kick to the goal square. Not a bad one. Hodges sets himself. Chance for Liptak. First goal round the body. Looks good. Great start. It's the start the Crows wanted. And they've got the jump within a minute.
Yes, that's just what they need, Bruce. A lot of people thought after last week's performance by Essendon over the West Coast Eagles that they would automatically go into the grand final, but that may not be the case. Their biggest problem may be overconfidence here, thinking that Adelaide cannot go all the way. And here it is, good for the forwards to get a few touches early. Liptak doing the roving. 28 goals now for the season for Liptak.
So Matthew Liptak, the first goal scorer of the day, misses Visca. Overrunning at Hills, kick off the ground for Essendon, force the ball towards centre-half forward. Anderson can't control the football. Jarman has it, tackled by Hurd. Players jump on top of the football, and there's a free kick picked out. It's going maybe against McDermott, and it'll go to Watson.
He had to get that free kick, Robbo. He was on the bottom of the pack. McDermott laid all over the top of him, right in the middle of his back. And Tim Watson, maybe the distance I think will worry him, Robbo, just outside the 50-metre area.
He'd be a chance. Kicks it high in the air. The breeze has got it to goal. Well done, Watson. Making a comeback this year and having a very big influence in the Bombers' surge towards the flag in 1993.
Yes. Great effort there from Timmy Watson. A great kick. I thought maybe the distance just outside 50 or 53 metres. And there we see McDermott all over Timmy Watson. No doubt about that free kick. And just on the breeze, it did help it through.
Scores level at the G. Liptak and Watson the goal scorers. In a fast opening. Visca again. O'Donnell, good tackle by Wiedemann. Jarman tries to crash his way through, can't do so. In short to Thompson. Centering kick to centre-half forward, McDermott. So one captain to another. And McDermott takes the mark at centre-half back. Goes short to McGuinness. Gets him at half-back. More kicks than anyone else in the game this season.
Being tagged by Denham, Bruce. Here's Tony McGuinness.
Centre wing the kick. Somerville, Smart interferes, free kick Somerville. Caught between them, Smart there with Grenvold at the back.
The other interesting matchup, Bruce, Andrew Jarman and Michael Long.
Somerville handballed off to Masudi. Masudi's floating punt kick to right half forward. Chance for O'Donnell. He kicks it quickly, which he normally does, Gary O'Donnell. And the ball bounces over for a throw-in in front of young Mark Rasciuto. 18 years of age, a big job for him, picking up Darren Buick. And there's a big job for another youngster, Dustin Fletcher, picking up Tony Modra.
He kept him to 3 goals at their only encounter this year, Robbo. He actually only had 3 kicks for the afternoon, Tony Modra.
Ruck contest, Salmon and Pittman. Salmon after it again. When it hits the ground, he can't control it. Now he tries to get it to James Hird. Little kick, a mark again to McDermott, plays on, and over the shoulder is the indication from the umpire.
Yeah, it's taken high by Mark McCurry there.
And Darren Goldspink officiating down that end of the ground at the moment. High kick to half-back. No mark taken. Now the pressure on Olorenshaw. A free kick picked out of it again. It's going to Essendon to be taken by Rick Olorenshaw. He's at right half forward. He kicks in towards centre half forward. Looking for Salmon. Ball hits the ground. McCurry couldn't get a little toe poke to it. McDermott away Bickley. And then Maynard. Then Jarman. Sweeping hand pass. Good combination by the Crows. Rashudo's kick out into the path of Brown. The bounce favours that player. He's a left foot kick. Forced to kick with the right foot. Not bad. Up to half forward. Smart couldn't take the mark. Here's Mercedes. A very composed young man. Thompson's kick smothered. Kick off the ground by Brown. Goes loose to right half forward. Chance for Liptak. Picked up by Wanganeen. Given away to Wiedemann. Wiedemann in all sorts of trouble. Wanganeen could clear. Hand pass is okay for Mercedes. And Joe Mercedes has a look downfield. The kick. Good play by Olorenshaw. Now a chance for Calthorpe. He punches his way through. At centre half forward. Short kick is okay. 7 marks in front of Pittman.
Yes, and some great shepherding behind the play here by the veteran Timmy Watson, who's already played in 4 grand finals, including 2 premierships. And Timmy will be wanting to win this one to get into his 5th grand final next week.
Well, Salmon kicking from about 35 metres. Slight angle. We mentioned in the preview that Paul Salmon is a fairly reliable kick. So let's see what he can do with this one. A goal each at the moment. Salmon shot for goal. Good kick. Second goal of the Bombers.
Delightful kick there by Paul Salmon. He did have some kicking problems at this ground earlier in the year, when he in fact missed one from the goal square, but no trouble the last couple of weeks. He kicked beautifully last week against the West Coast Eagles. A good build-up here by the Bombers. Calthorpe, who kicked 3 goals last week against the Eagles, delivering it right onto the chest of big Paul Salmon. And it's almost impossible to stop him once he's on the lead.
Essendon by a goal. Salmon with his first. It's 2-1. Olorenshaw, who's good play in the centre over Tregenza a moment ago, set that goal up. Thompson's wobbly one. Rashudo went with one hand. McDermott to Jarman. Left foot to centre wing. Wiedemann outnumbered. Hill's getting back. Left hand handball to Thompson. Thompson from centre wing again. Good looking kick, plenty of distance. Salmon being held on to. Get back very well. Still Salmon. Misses. The players all around him.
Did all the work and then missed. I mean, you probably would have thought he would have kicked that.
Stuart Wigney and Scott Leon need a change for the Adelaide Crows.
Ben Hart playing his first finals match. He and Hodges, the only 2 players out there who haven't experienced a finals match before.
And named twice All-Australian, Bruce. Not bad for a young 19-year-old player.
2 out of 2. Danger here for the Crows. Big danger. Long, normally constructed Buick. Normally a good kick off one leg. Misses. Let off. So Buick missing. Good signs for Essendon after Liptak gold in the first minute. Scott Hodges, like Ben Hart, playing in his first AFL final, kicked 6 goals in the opening quarter for Port Adelaide last week.
A different story here this afternoon, Bruce. Playing in an AFL final, preliminary final. A lot more pressure than playing for Port Adelaide.
Ben Hart gets distance this time. Wren the target. Pittman. Somerville at the back. Free kick going to Pittman. Somerville just getting his hand on his shoulder.
They have gone for the 2-pronged attack, Adelaide. Obviously worried about Modra over the last couple of weeks. Looking for Scotty Hodges to do his share of the goal kicking.
Pittman, nice kick towards centre half forward. No mark taken. In there is Mercedes. Gets what you'd probably classify as an effective kick away. Had no one to give it to. Went for the boundary line and did it well in the finish. Joe Mercedes. Very good article in the Herald Sun today about Joe Mercedes and Mark Mercuri, written by Trevor Grant. Here's Nigel Smart. Now he's forced to kick with the left foot. High, the breeze may hold it in the field of play. It does. It's knocked over. And a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for Adelaide. Essendon 2-2, Adelaide 1 goal. Chance here for Adelaide. Smart doing the ruck work against Somerville. Chance again for Liptak. Smother affected by Thompson. In goes Liptak again. Can't get the ball clear. Caught with the football, Grenville. Couldn't really do much with it. And the umpire will bounce about 20 metres from the Crows' goal. They got the first goal through Matthew Liptak. Essendon have replied. They've now kicked 2-2. Salmon and Watson, the goal kickers for the Bombers. Two of their most experienced players. Big punch by Somerville. Goes over for a boundary throw-in, about 20 metres around.
He's run pretty well, Robbo, hasn't he, the last couple of weeks?
My word.
Peter Somerville.
Much very good player, and I think unfairly, Bernie.
Very good job against Justin Madden in the qualifying final.
Goes with Smart this time, Somerville. Missed by Modra. McGuinness over the top. Grenville taps it out. Bickley. Jarman's got good hands normally. Liptak to Brown. Left foot snap kick. A good one by Brown. A goal. A great goal. So the Crows bounce back. They cheer in Adelaide and they cheer here at the MCG. They're within 2 points.
Yeah, well, it's a great effort whichever way you look at it for the Adelaide Crows. Third season in the competition. We'll have a look at this again in replay, but 3 years in the competition and already in the preliminary final. What a record that is.
Good performance there by Jarman, Bernie. I think he meant to get between the players' legs there with that little hand pass.
At close quarters, there's none better than Andrew Jarman.
Ruck contest. Somerville will get the ball clear. He goes to Hills. That kick was smothered. Still at centre-half forward for Essendon. Little kick by Flood. Anderson. Now Tregenza for the Crows. Good kick too. Brown has a chance. This ball should sit. It does, but he's on his unfavoured side. Now he gets onto the left foot. Long kick to the goal front. Nearly a mark taken back there by Hodges. It's hurried over for a rush behind to Adelaide.
It was a brilliant smother back at half-back there by Mark Visca. It set that turnover up, and Adelaide nearly had the chance here with Brown 50 metres on his own.
Fletcher, very short danger. The Brown tackle all right now. Wanganeen stops, props, handball, puts pressure on Grenville. Gee, Wiedemann had him for a while. Play on call. Bickley in the pocket. Does he run out of play? Still in there. Here's Brown's already kicked one. Left foot snap. Another great goal. Well, what a turnaround in 2 minutes. Young Brownie with 2 goals in 2 minutes.
Yes, well, Bruce, a couple of mistakes there by Essendon. First, well, it wasn't a mistake because of that Visca's tremendous smother at half-back, setting up the chance.
This was terrible by Wanganeen.
It was actually really the main problem there. I think, Robbo, was a kick from Fletcher. It wasn't really on.
Yeah, initially that
kick was very poor and put them under all sorts of pressure.
Now O'Donnell clears from the centre for Essendon. A high kick in towards full forward. Oh, yes. A good mark taken by Salmon.
I just noticed, Robbo, behind play too, Brian Wood, the Essendon runner, out having a chat to Joe Mercedes, who seems to have some injury problem, maybe the hamstring again. So that'll be a major blow to the Bombers if they lost him.
Well, Salmon has the football about 30 metres out. He's already kicked 1 goal. But what a start by David Brown for Adelaide. He's kicked 2. 19 plays 14. Adelaide lead. Salmon a chance to put the Bombers back in front. Certainly will get the distance. Good looking kick. Salmon's got his 2nd goal. 2 goals to Salmon, 1 goal to Watson. And Essendon lead by 1 point.
Well, no problem there with the early season jitters with his goal kicking. And this is a very good mark on the lead against Salmon, out in front. And really, there's no one in Australia can stop this man when he's on the lead, because with his added height, 206 centimetres, and when he's at full reach, there's no hope of stopping him.
There's Sean Wren to attack the football at the centre bounce up against Somerville. He gets the tap out. Taken by Long. Knocked on. Long a chance. Jarman into the path of Visca. Hand pass Wren. Off to McGuinness. McGuinness's kick. Wide. Mercedes leads in the race for the ball. Moving a little gingerly. And couldn't do much with the football there, Joe Mercedes.
Maybe a little tentatively there, Robbo, do you think?
We'll watch him closely over the next 2 or 3 minutes to see if he can just shake off what we think may be a leg injury.
Smart and Grenfold. Grenfold in the front spot. Wiedemann couldn't get the reflex handball. Should have given it away. Had a Crow running past. O'Donnell's free kick. Gary O'Donnell. Good tackle, wasn't it?
Great tackle by Gary O'Donnell.
It's in that 1990 grand final when Collingwood won.
He seemed to run a long way over the mark there, Wiedemann. Unless he went back a long way.
I think Essendon, at quarter time, better hurry up so Shooty can get a bit of a chat to them. I think they're just a little bit
shell-shocked early.
Confident. No, just a little bit too confident.
Smart and Grenfold again. Smart wins it. McGuinness with him. Denham will be his tag today. And again out of play. So Adelaide at 3-1. Essendon at 3-2. Halfway through this opening quarter. Preliminary final. Essendon's been in 25 grand finals. The Crows looking to get into their first. Jarman always looking to give it away. Might have been better off to kick. Long stages for a free kick and gets one.
I'm with you, Bruce.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot in it, was it?
Bit lucky to get
there, Robbo?
Bit lucky.
So Michael Long from half-back.
Played a terrific game last week against West Coast. Kick probably not too bad in the finish. Anderson can't get clear. Maynard, hand pass ineffective. Hurd looking for Buick. Oh, being dumped. There was Calthorpe. Kick off the ground. McDermott. Good combination there. The Crows got in to help out there. And it was Ben Hart who eventually got the possession. But McDermott and Visca both worked hard. Jarman. He's kicked towards a half-forward. Wanganeen couldn't take the mark. Essendon fans appealing for the free kick. No, look at this man. Nigel Smart. Handball over the top. Is it all right? Modra. Unselfishly, Smart will get the goal. Brilliant football by Adelaide. It's all clear. It's a goal to Adelaide. Don't worry about that. But great football by 4 or 5 players. Nigel Smart gets the tap on the head. The Adelaide fans are ecstatic back home. And the Adelaide fans here at the MCG are pretty happy. Adelaide lead.
Well, they've started brilliantly, Adelaide. There's no doubting their football ability, this Adelaide side. They've shown it on numerous occasions back in Adelaide. And we see a mistake there by Peter Somerville. He held off Nigel Smart, worried about the player that was, well, he thought he may have received the hand pass. He should have really went at Nigel Smart.
4-1 to 3-2. Great football by Smart. Ola Renshaw, handball went straight to Bickley, out of the centre square. Tregenza runs hard with Wanganeen. Free kick, no free kick, Wanganeen. McGuinness to Liptak. Liptak goes for it, should have straightened up. Really could have done more there. Behind a Liptak. Adelaide at 4-2 to 3-2. Graham Corns will be getting married shortly, with Mickey Taylor and John Howard alongside of him. His engagement was announced during the week. Here's Fletcher. Again, pressure. Now, Wiedemann could almost let this run out. Goes back inside to Wren. He's got Anderson. Anderson's about 75 metres from the goal. Goes bang with a long one. Hodges went early and nearly held it. Not paid. Wanganeen legged. Free kick. Oh, yes. Free kick to Wanganeen.
Yes, almost a great mark there by Hodges, wasn't it?
Would you have paid it?
I don't think so, Robbo. No, I don't think so. He didn't control it all the way down. It's perfect conditions here for football. Let's have a look at it. 1, 2.
No,
and then Flood.
Yep.
Yeah, Flood had his hands in there.
Long short. Gee, Essendon are struggling a bit early. Wiedemann's hip and shoulder was good. Goes in after it. Gives a handball to Jarman. Jarman's left foot snap to behind. 4-3, 3-2. Well, I said 10 minutes ago, good signs for Essendon at 2-2 to a goal. Suddenly good signs for Adelaide. There's a pretty unlucky Adelaide player, Sean Tasker. Tregenza's off for Adelaide. Scott Lee's on. Smart takes the mark from the kick-in.
They're under siege at the moment, Bruce. They've had the majority of the play.
Having problems getting it out of defence when they kick a point, aren't they?
Exactly.
Short pass by Smart, broken down. And away go the Bombers. It's Buick with the football. McGuinness kept out of it by Long. Buick with 4 bounces, now 5th bounce, 6th bounce. He's carried the ball from the back pocket. Gets onto his right foot and thumps it in towards half forward, but the mark taken unopposed by Visca. Handball Maynard. And away to Rashudo. Good kick by Mark Rashudo. He finds Bickley. Bickley will go straight into the centre of the ground. Waiting for it was with Maynard. It bounced kindly for him. Away for Scott Lee. His kick towards half forward, and chipping in is Somerville to take a good mark for the Bombers.
To Wanganeen, sweeps away to Thompson. Buick again short if he wants him. Thompson goes long. Good looking kick, Mercury. His first real touch. Maynard comes in late. Mercury's paid the mark at centre wing.
Mercury playing at centre half forward, picked up by Maynard.
Goes short. Hill's the target. Anderson runs with him. Hurd comes in. Anderson runs it over. Well, the last time Anderson was here, well, in a grand final, was in the Bomber colours. He had a poor day that day with a dislocated shoulder going off early. There's Anthony Danaher, one of the most famous families in footy, looking on his brother Chris out there today on the interchange. Free kick for Wren at half back.
Sean Wren, been a terrific player for Adelaide. He's got the football at right half back. Just a little undecided as to what to do with it. Then he kicks it in short. Well done by Pittman. He's run down from full back, taken the mark just behind the wing, and he's high kick in towards half forward. That's a mark. Wiedemann in front. Yes. Well done.
Thompson attempting to go for the mark from behind, didn't have the height.
Wiedemann ducks one way, then the other. Pass looking for Modra. Fletcher. Well done by Modra. Emphasis on him doing a heck of a lot more work after he hasn't taken the mark. He's got the ball there and can't quite do enough with the footy. Bickley there, and we'll have a boundary throw in about 55 metres around from the Crows' goal.
You're spot on there. Mark Micken in the crowd there looking on, but you're spot on with Modra. He must work a lot harder when the opposition has the ball.
Opportunity for O'Donnell. Forced to kick quickly. Good pressure by the Crows forwards. The ball rebounding. Michael Long. Ineffective kick. Hills. James Hurd gets the handball wide. Now the advantage could be with the Bombers. No, it's got to come back. Buick had it. He was in the clear. And he is not happy. The ball coming back to Paul Hills. Beautiful conditions here at the MCG. Clear blue sky after some torrential rain during the week. Ola Renshaw. Handball wide for Long. Backs inside. Just cut a path there, Michael Long, and took the opposition on. Manton appreciating this scintillating football by Michael Long.
Yes, and why wouldn't you, Robbo? Look at the explosive pace there shown by Michael Long. He just left about 3 Adelaide Crows players in his wake there as he dashed through centre half forward. Kick from about 45 metres. It wobbled through, but got the desired result.
4-3-4-2. Tregenza back for Adelaide. Somerville's handled it long again. Shrieks out of the centre. Chips at the Salmon. Oh, great footy on.
That's why, Bruce, I'm a little bit worried about that matchup with Andrew Jarman picking up Michael Long, because he really hasn't got the pace to go with him. And Michael Long, of course, as we know, one of the very, very best players playing in the game.
But does it stop anybody else chasing him? I mean, just because he's immediate opponent, there should be someone else there to have a go at him, shouldn't there?
Well, that's right, Robbo, but you know how Michael Long plays. Once he gets that ball, he's very elusive, and he's got such great dash and makes it very difficult for anyone to grab him.
Goes right down the corridor, doesn't he? No boundary liner or boundary rider Long. And Salmon's kicked 2. This is for his 450th in his career, but more importantly today, it's to give Essendon the lead. It's going to kick from 45 metres. Leans back, gives it a hook, not a good shot. So a miss for Salmon, 2-2. Kicked 4 goals against Carlton, but copped a bit of criticism that night, and then 4 last week, very good against West Coast. So scores are level at the MCG.
His 4 goals came in the first half too, when they were setting it up.
Hart short to McDermott. He's got Visca very wide. High ball. Pittman the target. Hurd in front. Pittman at the back. 2 grabs, takes the mark. Swings around. Awkward looking kick to half forward. Wiedemann's in the box seat here. Tregenza with him. Thompson to go at Wiedemann. Still Wiedemann with him. Thompson, well played. Wiedemann over the top to Tregenza. Tregenza short. Hodges on the lead. Stretches. Liptak out of play.
Liptak, gee whizzy. If he'd have grabbed that Bernie, he was nearly away, wasn't he?
Yes. Would have been difficult from that situation. Michael Simons, who was, of course, admitted from this side, Maybe a little bit unlucky, Michael Simons. It was up between him and Derek Kickett, who played today.
Well done by Bomber Thompson, taking the ball out of the air. His kick goes close to the boundary line, eventually over in front of Ola Renshaw and
James
Tregenza.
Hurdoff, Robbo, interesting. James Hurdoff, he's had hamstring problems. He's been replaced by Derek Kickett, the player I was just talking about.
The Stormtrooper, Derek Kickett. Boundary throw in, left half forward for Adelaide. Jarman in there with a chance. Grenvold pouncing on the football. And the last man to get up, Sean Denham. Umpire will bounce. Left half forward, about 2 kicks from Adelaide's goal. Scores level, 4-3 apiece. Bickley, Tregenza. Short kick by Tregenza. Wiedemann left it behind. Denham a chance. Well done, Anderson. Committed himself. Gave it for McGuinness. McGuinness's kick out wide. Modra leads in the race. Can he get a touch early? He's given a couple of effective hand passes. This one could be a beauty for Liptak, and Liptak just misses to the right-hand side. 1 goal, 2. Kicked the first goal. Jamison with Mark Micken in the crowd. David Flood to kick the ball back into play. Adelaide lead by that point. It was just kicked by Matthew Liptak. Flood goes to the far side of the ground. He's looking for Somerville. Anderson in front. Somerville does well. Wren dispossessed by Hills. In goes Liptak. Held didn't have the football. It spills for Bickley. Nearly the advantage? No. Umpire Brian Sheehan officiating there. The ball must go back.
Yes, this is a free kick. Just held there. Knocked it out in front of him, Matthew Liptak. Clever play there. And he was grabbed by Paul Hills.
Now, Liptak is probably close to 70 metres from goal.
Played a great game, Robbo, against Hawthorn, Matthew Liptak.
Good runner.
In everything.
Very, very good runner, Matthew Liptak. Short kick. Gives it to Anderson, who loves to thump the football long distances.
Well, that was Hills was standing on the marker. Now this is his man they pass the ball to.
Good kick. Excellent kick. And a magnificent mark taken by Tony Modra.
Well, that's what he must do, Robbo. The last couple of weeks, I think he's been staying back in the goal square far too much and not leading. This man is a devastating player when he leads.
I'm of the belief that if you give him a chance, you've got to kick the ball properly to him.
Yes.
He'll lead for you.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. That's marked there to Tony Modra. 158 marks for the season.
Well, he's a chance to kick a goal from here. A definite chance. A brilliant kick as a goal. So with 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter, Tony Modra kicks his first goal. Adelaide get their 5th and they lead by 7 points.
Yes, now, really, Tony Modra must keep doing this. He was able to get 3 or 4 metres there on Dustin Fletcher and able to get the leap over the next line of players. Now, if he continues to do that all afternoon, he will be a very dangerous player. That goal there, kicked by Modra, now equals him with Gary Ablett at 124 goals.
Adelaide by 7 points in the preliminary final. Modra after a brilliant mark and goal. Thompson to Masiti. Out wide. Anderson has been on top of Hills early. Hills, who did the job on Matera last week, playing in his 50th game today and out of play. Centre wing. Bombers slightly in attack. Wren won the tap. McDermott overran it. Watson's handball okay. Cowthorpe stopped and propped. Goes up to half forward. Buick with one hand, unable to. Maynard just punches it away in the direction of Hart. Watson's hip and shoulder good. And it's out of play at half forward. Essendon attacking.
He's been throwing his weight around, Timmy, on the half forward line. A couple of very good hip and shoulders. A couple of very good shepherds behind play there from Timmy also.
Wren and Somerville. Somerville read it best. Ran into trouble. Got it back. Quick kick around the body by Mercury. Bickley, nice mark. Good mark under pressure by Bickley. Been one of Adelaide's best players this year. Lovely kick. Gave Rashudo every chance. This man, the youngest man on the field today, 18 years of age. Great kick to Pittman. Has got Maynard running if he goes to him. He does. Wiedemann again. Oh, not a good handle by Maynard. Wiedemann was a bit proppy anyway. Gave Grenvold a little push. Long did well to Thompson. Thompson's quick kick to centre wing. Marked by Ola Renshaw. And a good one.
Good effort. Yeah, the handball wasn't good there from Maynard because he was handballing to a stationary player in Wiedemann with his back to the play.
Big chance for them, wasn't it?
It was.
Gone begging. Rashudo overruns the football. Buick He might make him pay. He nearly went for the goal front, smothered by Rashudo, picked off by McDermott, and a good kick. Vision excellent, finds Maynard. Short kick by that player, and the mark is taken by Bickley, held up by Olorenshaw. 50 metres must be forthcoming. Come on, umpire, you're stopping the player from playing on. Bickley, centre wing, kicks it long, in towards the 50-metre line. It goes back. Liptak, run on, son. No, he couldn't quite control the football. Neither could Nigel Smart. Chance for Modra. Kick it. He does. And he gets another goal. Has he? Yes. Modra, 2 goals. And Adelaide playing well, 6-4. Lead Essendon 4-3.
Oh, this is something that not many people would have expected here, but Adelaide playing fantastic football in this first term. You see this in replay, the pace of Liptak, the pace of Smart across half forward, worrying Essendon. They've brought Mark Bomber Thompson into the side. He's picking up Wayne Wiedemann. Tony Modra moving around a lot better this week. On the move, he looks a terrific player. 125 goals now for the season.
6-4, 4-3, couple of minutes remaining. Somerville, Masidi back to Somerville. Jarman on hands and knees. Good tackle put on Bickley. Essendon through Denham out of the centre. Rashuto versus Buick. Wanganeen, who's having a run up forward. Still Wanganeen. Wanganeen in the pocket, tries to bring it back and kicks it behind. Wanganeen, who played in a premiership team at Port Adelaide at 17 years of age. Twice in the AFL Team of the Year, like Ben Hart, this man. Goes very short to McDermott. He's going to have to go back. Wait for the goal umpire to have completed his task. So the Bombers are 4-4, Adelaide is 6-4. It's been a stirring opening quarter.
Terrific, Bruce, isn't it?
Great footy at both ends of the field. Hart goes straight down the centre. Pittman and Rennie's dual target. Somerville did a good job. McGuinness breaks through beautifully to Tregenza with a bounce. A second bounce. Gets very close to the man. Long kick. Hodges sets himself and takes a beauty.
A little bit of hanging on there before the ball got there, Bruce. I thought Hodges grabbed Flood's jumper. The umpire, with that quick play transfer from one end of the ground to the other, was 50 or 60 metres away from that incident.
Gee, won't this be a handy lead? Another one. Hodges gets his first. Remembering that Modra's got 2. Brown's got a couple, and Adelaide leads 7-4 to 4-4.
Oh, this is a big shock, I would think, for the Essendon fans. And we see this with Simon Tregenza has had a fantastic final series. 55 metres, he kicked there. There we see. There's just a little bit of hanging on there from Scott Hodges before the ball got there on David Flood. Here from a different angle. Minor holding. He probably didn't keep Flood out of the contest all that much, Robbo.
Pretty good decision by the umpire.
Yep. 3 goals in 4 minutes, Adelaide.
Well, it's coming from the midfield. Tregenza there on his own, taking a hand pass from McGuinness. I think that'd be a concern for Essendon. Olorenshaw, dispossessed by McGuinness. Mercurie's handball, smothered by Wiedemann. Little kick off the ground. Comes to Thompson. Gets onto that left foot. High kick. Oh, top effort, McDermott. Buick off the ground, out on the full. Free kick to Adelaide.
Gee, that took some courage, didn't it? Chris McDermott going back with the flight of the ball. And Paul Salmon on the lead. 110 kilos coming at you, Robbo.
He's just a fantastic captain, Chris McDermott. Rashuto in the left back pocket for Adelaide. Good kick by the youngster. Out towards half-back. Punched back by Salmon. Wanganeen tackled, didn't have the football. Ben Hart. Olorenshaw. He's kicking. Deep in the pocket. Derek Kickett's long kick to the goal line is thumped over for a rush behind by Visca. Bombers. They trail 4-5 to 7-4.
Rashudo very short from McDermott. Again short to Bickley. Bickley at a half-back. Neat looking drop punt. Pittman the target. Went with one hand in the end. O'Donnell to mop up for the Bombers. Stops, props, sets himself, goes to Denham. Time running out for Essendon in this opening term. Siren sounds and Denham is in the heart of the centre square. As Kevin Sheedy comes out, Denham still with the footy. Undecided what to do. Now we'll have a shot. Tries a torpedo punt, kicks it pretty well. But the score at quarter time is Adelaide 7-4 over Essendon 4-5. Turn preliminary final. Adelaide by 17 points at quarter time. 7-4, 4-5. Adelaide going to the right. Lee and Wigney again on the interchange bench for them. Hurd again sitting down for Essendon. Somerville got the tap. Wren got it to Jarman. Jarman with some distance. Modra on a long lead. Fletcher with him. Liptak after it. O'Donnell to close on him. Liptak kicks it away. Anderson and Hills. Hills taps it forward. Now Liptak, who worked very hard from half forward. Good play by Liptak. Inside to Anderson. To Wiedemann. Excellent footy by Adelaide. Improvisation. Hodges in the front spot. 2 grabs. Brown tried to take it. The handball by Thompson. Good to Masiti. Masiti to Long. He could run away from Rashudo here. Here's danger. He'll take him on. Rashudo will try and bring him down. Long stops. Ready. Props. Looks for an opportunity. Goes to kick it. Hart with him. Kick it, centering kick. Visca comes at it with Salmon. Bad bounce for Salmon. Visca away. Looks for a handball. Sweeps it to Bickley. Bickley's got a couple of options now.
Over the top. No, he goes to the right. Visca got it back. Good running. Tregenza, the advantage is there. Tregenza's kick. Into the pocket. Too short. Fletcher marks. Plays on quickly. Transfers play to the far side. Olorenshaw under a bit of pressure here to gather. He bounces it in front of himself. Little kick off the ground was okay. Denham over the top. Mercury, who's been fairly quiet. His direct kick in the Salmon direction is excellent. Salmon dropped it. Play on. He's got another chance. How did he get that? Now he's caught with the footy. Maynard can't get rid of it. Now the advantage is with the Crows. It certainly was their free kick. McDermott got clear. Had a look upfield. Looking for his rover in McGuinness. And McGuinness marks. Handball over the top. Liptak again. 50 metres out. Liptak for goal. Shocker. Out on the full.
Probably could have steadied Robbo there, Matthew Liptak. I'm just wondering about Tony McGuinness. Maybe he's playing on the wing there on Rick Olorenshaw.
Gee, twice though, Bernie. Tregenza streaming into goal. Straight to Fletcher. Liptak streaming in. Out on the full.
Flood's kick out towards half back. No mark taken. Denham's little hand pass for O'Donnell. In turn, Olorenshaw gets onto the left foot. Short kick, okay. The mark taken by Masiti. Masiti on centre wing. Kick in towards, kick it to high fly at the back was Ben Hart.
Oh, brilliant mark, Robbo.
Gets clear. Handball for Rashudo. His kick in towards the centre. The big man, Sean Wren, onto the right foot. His kick too high. Paul Hills drops what he should have taken. Brown. Nigel Smart runs inside 50. And I think he may have kicked the goal. He has. Second goal to Smart. And a very important first goal of the second quarter to Adelaide. They lead 8-4 to 4-5.
Not only, Robbo, did he drop that mark, Paul Hills, but he's in a bit of injury trouble here. It looks as if he may be coming off the ground. In fact, yes, he is, Paul Hills, as we see this in replay. There he is. He may have just taken his eye off the ball at the last moment, worried about the players in front of him. And that turnover again, a few very costly turnovers here. Hills off the ground, replaced by Chris Danaher.
Margin out to 23 points. Visca loose in defence for Adelaide as Danaher's on. Big moment here for Essendon. 8-4, 4-5. Somerville goes early. Danaher tries to crash through. Jarman breaks the tackle. Left foot pass to Modra. Magnificent.
Very late, Fletcher. That'll be 50 metres against Fletcher also.
I'll talk about the classical stuff from Jarman.
As good as you'd ever see.
You'd never see a better kick than that.
No,
only by his brother.
Great skills, both of these Jarman boys, and that's Fletcher with the 50 metres for dropping the knees into Modra.
Who's about to go back and kick his third and put Adelaide 5 in front. 3-1 on they were, Essendon. 4-1 on, weren't they, this morning?
Have you had a couple of bottom of Crows, Bruce?
Haven't had a bet, Robbo.
You wouldn't mind the odds now, would you?
Modra from the goal square. Straight through. 9 goals, 4 to 4-5.
Oh, what an upset this. Essendon last week looked like premierships, and in fact they were almost premiership favourites after their win last week against the West Coast Eagles. Oh, Adelaide, aren't they good? There's that pass there from Jarman, and sliding over the top with the knees there was Fletcher, which guaranteed a goal to the Adelaide Crows.
Certainly, I think in a situation like this you can fall into criticising the team that are getting beaten instead of giving promotion to the Adelaide Crows.
Oh, look, I don't
They've
think
just played brilliant football.
Oh, they have. I wouldn't take anything away from the Crows. They've had it all over Essendon.
Well, the bounce in the centre, 9-4 to 4-5. Wren now starting to get on top at the centre bounces. Mercury couldn't pick up the ball. Tregenza did and kicked it forward. Bounces freely. Fletcher under pressure. Couldn't control the football. Fletcher, 50 metres out. Liptak, 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 50 metres Still there. Now a chance for David Flood. He's going to get a free kick. He's between full-back and centre-half-back. So the Bombers with the job in front of them. Short kick. Ooh, a bit risky.
Very risky.
Takes the mark. They trail 4-5 to 9-4. The goal kickers. Modra's kicked 3. Smart and Brown have kicked 2 each. And for Essendon, Salmon has kicked 2. Big punch by Ben Hart. Playing very well. Wiedemann on to McGuinness. McGuinness looks to the goal square. Modra. Ooh, he went high but couldn't hang on to it. And it goes through for a behind to Adelaide. And Paul Hills came off the ground just a few minutes ago. Don Scott.
Yes, well, he doesn't look too good, Ian. Although he did run off the ground, he was grimacing when the doctor was examining his knee. Now they've put ice on it, so I don't know as to whether he's going to come back on, but he looks as if he could.
Wren now, Smart, you'd back him from here. Hits the post. Well, we said he was a key, Burnley.
Yes,
Probably as much as Modra, if not more.
he is absolutely creating havoc across half forward. Grenvold with his hands full this afternoon, maybe just lacking the inches and the mobility to go with Nigel Smart.
Flood to bring her back in. So Smart twice an AFL Team of the Year member, like Ben Hart. McGuinness has been 4 times. Adelaide had 5 in the 20. Flood's kick. Mark taken by Olorenshaw. Back to Mercury. Mercury from half-back to centre wing. Wanganeen up forward now. Takes a sliding mark in front of Maynard. Looking for an option. Goes to half-forward. Hurd back on the ground. Visca at the back. Wren threw it away in the end. Watson caught over the top. Visca has hold of him. It'll be a bounce down. Essendon inside 50. They trail 4-5 to 9-6.
Well done by young Mark Visca there to hold Timmy Watson up. Effect a good tackle. Ball up about 45 metres from the Essendon goal. Wren, Bickley, high, back near the centre. Michael Long's a chance. Away for Somerville, brilliantly smothered by Tregenza. But it rebounds for O'Donnell. Olorensshaw's gone. McGuinness has got him. Look at that.
Look at the numbers.
3-1. Beautiful stuff. Graham Corns would be wrapped with that.
Yes, first of all, that's smothered by Tregenza, then getting the numbers at the ball there. 3 or 4 Crows players to the 1 Essendon player.
Andrew Jarman, the recipient of the free kick. He's kicked towards the forward pocket area. No free kick. Here's a chance. Brown, across his body, nearly performs a miracle. But registers just 1 behind.
It's a real hush has come over the ground here at the moment. I think people are in disbelief.
Certainly.
Well, the majority of the supporters here would be Essendon, I would think.
No doubt about that.
Well, that's why it's hush, because they trail by about 5 goals.
Masudi swings it out wide to Fletcher. You've played with such spirit this year. You just don't reckon they'll be lying down here. Essendon. Smart over the top. Tregenza's handball to Wren. Wren inside, puts some pressure. Rashuto got a high tackle. He'll get a free kick. The 18-year-old from the heart of the centre square.
And Timmy might have copped one also there with Rashuto's arms flailing about.
9-7-4-5. Rashuto. Modra the target. Hodges at the back. Still Hodges. Kept it in very well. And just misses behind. So Hodges providing a little bit. He's kicked 1. And Modra's got 3. There's Hills trying to get himself right again. As Don said, he had some ice on his knee a moment ago. And he's on the interchange. Hurd back on. Flood to bring it in. Adelaide dominating. 9-8 to 4-5.
Yes, and it'd be a long time since Essendon have kicked a goal, I would think. 20-minute mark of the first quarter. There's a mark taken by Pittman outside 50 metres to give the Crows another chance.
Looks like Salmon may be on the ball at the moment, Robbo. Pittman right up from full-back, taking that mark. Followed Salmon up there.
Looks for Modra. Oh, that was too easy.
Too easy.
That was just too easy. I think Dustin Fletcher now just looking as though he's down in a bit of confidence. The champion full forward from Adelaide has kicked 3 goals. So this for his 4th goal. He's had a fantastic season. Kicking from 35 metres directly in front. And it's another Adelaide goal. Modra, 4 goals. Adelaide 10-8, Essendon 4-5.
Yes, Tony Modra came into this match on 123 goals. He's now kicked 4 for the afternoon, taking him to 127. Has passed Gary Ablett to be the leading goal kicker in the competition. Of course, Gary Ablett winning the Coleman medal for the leading goal kicker after the end of the home and away matches. But Tony Modra, terrific form this afternoon.
Adelaide's kicked the last 6 goals in this match, 10-8 to 4-5. Well, it's got to be crunch time now for Essendon when we get to the halfway mark of the second quarter. Buick tried one off the ground. Adelaide getting it out of the centre square in this term. Bickley over the top. Can't quite get free. Liptak tries to break a tackle. And again, it'll be a bounce down in the centre. Just feel now, Bernie, that Essendon have got to make its move as Tim Watson's gone to the back line on Hodges.
Well, yeah, it's desperation time at the moment for the Bombers. They're really being given a football lesson by the Crows.
Here's McDermott from the centre square. High ball. Smart caught underneath it. Modra goes hard for it. Bouncing ball. Smart's normally very good. Got held onto. Tries to break a tackle. Handball went nowhere. Off the ground, O'Donnell. Danaher after it. Hodges not moving too quickly. And out of play.
Yes, Michael Long now being picked up by Mark Bickley and Andrew Jarman picking up Darren Buick. And look at that in the centre breaks. 4 to Adelaide, 0 to Essendon in this second quarter.
Salmon straight to Anderson. Anderson's left foot shot misses. Oh, hits the post. Good call, wasn't it,
Wasn't
Robert?
it, Bruce? I was watching the flight of the ball. I thought this is a bit early.
It came back on the breeze, didn't it? That one from Anderson.
Remember the big mare Empire Rose? She still hung on one.
Oh, you're a legend.
2 posters also for the term for Adelaide. One from Nigel Smart and one from Greg Anderson.
10-9, 4-5. Long the target. Gets him at centre half back.
Well, Essendon had just have had trouble getting past the centre. This quarter is now over 10 minutes old, and I would suggest they've probably only been up there once or twice. Long hand pass. Thompson on the edge of the square. Short pass is all right. And Kickett made it good. In the finish, an excellent chest mark. Derek Kickett loves to bomb away from this distance.
Well, if they ever need him to do something, they need to hear this afternoon, because the Bombers in enormous strife.
Kick it from 50 metres. Good kick to the front of the square. And an excellent mark taken by the ruckman, Sean Wren, getting back in defence for Adelaide. Looking to give the hand pass away, but I'm sure in the finish he'll kick it. Short. Mark taken by Rashudo, who's played well. A long kick by that player, out to the wing. Visca, another youngster, takes the mark in front of Wanganeen, looking to play on. Eventually does so. Centre half forward, no mark taken. Out comes Thompson. Got to do something to lift the side. Flood, Nasidi, O'Donnell. Short kick, okay. Kickett's got it again. They've just got to get a goal, Essendon. They've got no momentum whatsoever.
Hasn't kicked a goal for a month, Derek Kickett. His last goals were 8 against Footscray here 4 weeks ago.
Well, they had a chance just a minute ago to kick one. Couldn't do it. This one looks pretty good. It's an Essendon goal. Well, Bernie, it was a long time between drinks. I think we set the 20-minute mark of the first quarter, and now it's probably halfway through the second term. They get their 5th goal.
Yeah, that's right, Robert. Well, that, in fact, is their first score for the term, the Bombers. And actually the first time that they've had a bit of free play through the middle of the ground there. They've got some run there, ending up with O'Donnell. Very good short pass, hitting Kickett on the chest. And there we see, just coming back with a bruise there, that kick from Derek Kickett.
Wiedemann off for Adelaide. It's a long way to go for the Bombers, but they've kicked a goal. Adelaide had 8 scoring shots in this term before Essendon scored a goal to Kickett. They're first in nearly half an hour of football. Danaher over the top. Or Jarman quite brilliantly to Bickley, to Modra. Great football. Jarman's hands in the centre there were exquisite. Gave Bickley the opportunity, and Modra.
Well, it's also, I think, Bruce, a very good move with Hodges in that forward pocket, because Essendon have got more than one player to worry about. They've got Hodges to worry about. They've got Modra to worry about. And Modra really giving Fletcher a bit of a football lesson here this afternoon.
He started the season, Modra, with 10 goals on this very ground on a Sunday afternoon against Richmond. He's gone on to become a legend in Adelaide. And that time, he's let himself down by missing.
Never looked comfortable, did he? No. You could see the concern on his face. I'm sure these blustery conditions cause problems for the players shooting for goal.
What about that though, Robbo? 7 shots to 1 in this second quarter.
More than that. He had 10 to 5, 5-2. Double the score, 20 shots to 10.
And Salmon doing the ruck work. He's got the possession. Away for Denon, but the kick was smothered. Brown tackled. McGuinness a chance. Chopped off now by Mercury. Long, Buick. Buick run. Gets rid of it. Kick it, you've got to go. Ben Hart did. Punched it away. Underneath all that is Maynard. Kicker tries to get it clear. James Hird has the footy, but umpire Goldspink would like to bounce it.
I'll tell you what impressed me in that passage of play was the chase from Nigel Smart on Darren Buick. Good to see Nigel Smart, the centre-half forward, applying that much pressure.
Good point. Kick it. Can't get clear. The umpire will have to bounce it once again. 78 kicks to Adelaide, 65 to Essendon, 45 handballs to 43, 28 marks to 19. Free kicks, 8 to 7.
Wren gets the tap. Rashudo snared beautifully though by Flood. Snap not good, under pressure out on the fall.
Wiedemann back on for the Crows. Scott Lee off.
Scott Lee's been on for about 4 minutes, hasn't he? Twice. 3 minutes the first time and 1 the second, replacing Tregenza early on. Here's Maynard.
Oh, look at this.
Got a paddock, Wren. Can go for a stroll, and that's what he's about to do. Then goes with a long kick. Mercury should take it. He does. Not a good kick by Wren. Had the distance, but getting underneath it was Liptak. Mercury in short. Salmon the target. Essendon just starting to hold on here now. Get a feeling they might be about to make a move. Salmon's kicked the half forward. Flood out wide. McDermott with him. Started on Watson today. Flood goes back. Here's Masidi. Got around McGuinness very easily. Denham inside 50. Little drop punt to the front of the square. Hart. Wanganeen. Hart. Bit of skill between those two AFL Team of the Year members. And over the line for a behind. So Essendon crawl up to 5-6. Adelaide at 10-10.
Well, I'm sure in the 11 minutes left, Essendon will not need Adelaide to kick any more goals, and they've got to get another 2 or 3 themselves. McDermott has the football in the left back pocket. Now decides to go long and kicks it high out near the wing. Good mark. Pittman off to McGuinness. McGuinness loves to run with the footy, but he gives it away. Creating. Wiedemann. Short kick. Too short. Knocked away by Chris Danaher. Back for Wiedemann. He's approaching 50 metres. He kicks it long. Very long. But wide. Out of bounds on the full Essendon free kick.
He let himself down there, I think, Wiedemann, with that first pass, because he passed to a player who was completely covered, and the pass was only 15 metres anyway, Robbo. The long kick there would have been much more advantageous.
Watson with the football in the right back pocket. High, near half back. Good mark taken by Salmon over Wren. Handball for James Hird. His kick, looking for Flood. Does well. Then falls over. Gets it back. 3 Adelaide players right onto him. And you're gone, because you had one chance and you did not get rid of it. McDermott has the footy now.
James Hird loose in defence at the moment for Essendon, so Sheedy ringing the changes. McDermott's kick up towards the 50-metre square. Smart was outnumbered. Jarman snared it beautifully. Over to McGuinness, inside 50, danger. McGuinness goes to the goal square. Watson underneath, takes the mark. Sweeps a long handball. Good play, Watson to O'Donnell. To Long. Long not take Maynard on here. Stops, waits, then runs laterally, then goes short again, looks for Wanganeen, tried a half volley, Visca presses him, pushes him in the back, free kick to Wanganeen. That's set a win. Next goal important, because Adelaide's had a lot of chances and they haven't quite destroyed Essendon yet. Well played, Wren. O'Donnell snared it, goes short with a chip one. Ooh, probably should have done better, Bickley. Buick will kick a goal. Go, and does. Not out of this by a long shot. Just had the feeling, Bernie, that a couple of wasted Adelaide chances will give the Bombers a sniff.
Yeah, they're still a long way behind though, Bruce. The momentum really has been all Adelaide in this second quarter. Essendon must do a lot better than they have done. The runners of Adelaide really worrying this Essendon side at the moment.
Good kick by O'Donnell in.
It was centimetre perfect, wasn't it, Robbo?
My word it was. To
Right
steal
on
a
the spot.
committeeism.
Committeeism, that's right.
Here they go again, and have a guess who's going to start it. Long from the centre. Kick across the half-forward line. Kick it, can't take the mark. Two players onto him, so where was the
free kick in that play there. There had been a bit of a blue on there between, I think it was Visca and Wanganeen, just as that ball was bounced after that last goal had been kicked by Essendon. And that may have just carried over from that little incident, I think, Robbo, because that was completely unnecessary there from Mark Prosciutto.
So Wanganeen with the football. He would really have to do his absolute best here, I would think, to score a goal. Gavin Wanganeen. A high kick in towards the goal square. Mark taken by Wren. Handball McDermott. Long handball. Get rid of it quick, Simon. He does. Off to McGuinness. McGuinness wide. Jarman. Good kick. Sets it up. Jarman to carry the football along the outer wing. The left foot kick by that player. Good penetration at the back. Another sensational mark from Modra.
Modra at his best today, Robbo. He's had his critics the last couple of weeks.
And the fans in Adelaide, by gee.
They're ecstatic, aren't
Pretty
they?
exciting.
But Tony Modra, he's really turned it on here this afternoon into the MCG. Over the top again. Oh, superb in the air, Tony Modra.
Difficult shot. Close to the boundary line, he kicks. Oh, it's pretty good, it's a goal. 5 goals now to Tony Modra. No cheering from behind the goals, but when you look back at that young man, he knew it was a goal. Adelaide 11-10, Essendon 6-6.
He looked very relaxed there, in fact, Tony Modra. Having a look at that, well, let's have a look at this in replay with the run around the outer flank there by Andrew Jarman off the left boot. He has great skills, Jarman. And Modra, when he can get a fly at the ball, isn't he fantastic? Terrific in the air, great mark, great goal.
Back to 34 points again, 11-10 to 6 goals, 6. Centre square, all little gift to Danaher. Free kick, there was a throw. It did look like that. Rashido to take the free kick. Anderson runs for him, he just gives it off. Anderson sweeps away onto his left foot. Goes out wide, Smart the target, gets him easily. Outside scoring range. Modra's about 20 metres away from the goal square. Makes the lead to the pocket, Smart kicks it to him. Fletcher at the back. Trying to read it was Hurd. As we've said earlier, loose in defence. Out wide to Thompson. The captain on his right foot, not a good kick, slipping over to Masidi, and Rashido comfortably takes the mark. Hasn't missed a game since making his debut. Goes short to Wiedemann, who gets the hoots of the crowd. He's done all right, Wiedemann. Not a lot of finesse, but competitive. He's kicked to about 30 metres. Oh,
This boy can play, Sean Wren. Look at that. What a mark.
That's what you come to the footy for, isn't it? See stuff like that.
Yeah, Scott Hodges just doing the body-on-body stuff with Paul Salmon. And Sean Wren, wow, what a mark for a big fella. 12 votes last year in the Brownlow medal. That says a bit. He can play the game.
He only played one of the first 8 games this year. Now, goal here would finish off a great play for Wren. Drop punt hooks that he's missed. Well, when they show the replay in 10 years' time, we won't say he missed the goal, Bernie.
No. Look at that mark again. Sean Wren with the fly and reaching to the maximum there to take that mark.
Athleticism for such a big guy. It was terrific, wasn't it? There's Salmon indicating to Watson. Going to the far side. Now he backtracks. Now he goes back again. So Watson kicking in the Salmon direction. Had 2 players, so Denham did the crumb gathering and did it pretty nicely. Visca off the ground. Tregenza, Jarman went one way, then decided to give the hand pass to McGuinness. He's beaten for it by Buick, but very, very good pressure applied by both McGuinness and Wiedemann. Wiedemann's handball, not quite good enough. Tregenza goes in. Kick off the ground was ineffective. Umpire will ball it up at left half forward for Adelaide. 5.5 minutes left in the second term. Adelaide lead 11-11. Essendon 6-6. So what's that? 35 points, the advantage for Adelaide, and they maintain their advantage with the centre breaks in this second term.
Smart over the top of Salmon. Here's Wiedemann. Tackle by Grenvold was good. Quick kick away by Thompson. Trying to get underneath it was Rashudo. Lee gives it, was going to give it away to Wren. Then ran into a bit of trouble. Got a hurry kick away. Or Wiedemann surely a free kick. He does that continually, doesn't he? He should learn, you'd think.
Yeah, far too early there, Wayne Wiedemann. But what about this second quarter? 4-7 to 2-1.
11 scoring shots to 3. Denham off centre wing. Goes up to half forward. Wren, well, he's playing the game, isn't he?
Well, that's an easy mark for us after that last one.
Oh, centering kick, danger here. No, Maynard. Thought kicker was going to be onto him. There's 50. Should be 2.
Yes, he had him for a long time there. The danger was there because Hart had made position across half-back.
So Kickett, realising the danger, had to do something, I think, Robbo.
And good perception by the umpire.
Hodges makes the lead. It's in his direction. Goes strongly at it. Second grab, not paid. Tries to give it off. Can't quite. Lip tack. Brown. Well played by Mercury. Straight at it. Here's Tregenza. Centering kick. Modra's going to come from a long way back. Fletcher holds him up. And Essendon have the numbers. Salmon takes the mark at full-back.
Paul Salmon is about 20 metres out from the Crows' goal. His kick looked for Mercury. Taken by Denham. Handball Watson. Get going, Timmy. Nigel Smart nearly had you. Oh, terrific effort there by Flood. Not paid the mark. Andrew Jones will tidy up. Handball. Smart. Gets rid of it quickly. Wobbly punt kick towards the goal square. Modra up high over the top of Fletcher. The ball rebounds for a throw-in 45 metres from the Crows' goal.
Much better this afternoon, Tony Modra, because I think Robbo, he has been prepared to leave the 10-metre square, something he hasn't been doing over the last couple of weeks.
49 metres from the Crows' goal. Smart into the back of Salmon. Salmon will take the free kick. Goes short. Grenvold. They've got to set something up here. 3.5 minutes left. Grenvold with the ball on centre wing. That's not much good for your forwards, but David Flood does well. Gets rid of McDermott. Marks and plays on. Looks for Kickett. Oh, well done, Ben Hart. Punched it away. Rashudo goes back to Visca. Visca in turn Wren. Wren back to Ben Hart. Ben Hart short. McGuinness can't mark. Fiddling around, maybe Crossley. No, they might get clear now. McDermott away for Rashudo, and Rashudo's kick. Oh, terrific mark taken by Liptak.
Gee, they're playing at the top of their confidence, aren't they, the Crows? They've had a go at it today. They realise they've got nothing to lose.
Well, there's a chance to play in a grand final in only their 3rd season in the AFL. So the lure is enormous. Michael Long tackled by Wiedemann. Ball rebounds. Maynard out in front. Hodges tackled by Watson. Dragged down. Wiedemann tackled by Salmon. Must get the free kick. And it goes to Essendon. The
Great
advantage, no.
Great tackle there by Salmon.
Why no advantage? Essendon are clear. They're blowing back there. They had the chance. They had 2 players where the ball landed.
You cannot work out the interpretation of this advantage rule this year, Robbo. I can't.
Salmon's kick. Hurd caught by Bickley. Ball spills free for Thompson. Nearly caught by Jarman. Ineffective handball. Pressure by Smart. Handball Wiedemann. 45 metres out. Wiedemann goes for goal and misses. And it was a very, very ordinary effort in the finish.
An easy shot in the end, Robbo. 45 metres. No pressure.
Well, they've kicked now, Bernie. 4 goals, 8.
And it could have really sealed the match in his second term.
Just wonder about Wiedemann, don't you? His value at the end. I mean,
I like his enthusiasm, though,
Bruce.
Bruce.
No question. He's so competitive, yet just can't quite finish off. 11-12, 6-6. He's winning the footy, but from 40 metres, rather have someone else with the footy in their hands in that situation. Fletcher wide. Wren sets himself. Well played, Salmon. A couple of minutes in the first half remaining. Rashudo took it off. Anderson got it from Wren. Anderson's probing kick to the goal square. Hurd getting back. Goal! It's a goal! And that will really sting. That's going to hurt.
Well, they should know those defenders because Anderson very, very rarely kicks short.
Yes, and look at that, 12-12 to 6-6, so double the scoring shots by the Adelaide Crows, just showing the complete domination they've had of this match. And they're favoured by the bounce, just tumbling end over end. That kick there from Greg Anderson, the former Essendon player.
And the Crows have made a change. Scott Hodges is off the ground and Stuart Whitney has taken his place as Wren pumps them forward once again. Centre half forward marking contest. Out comes James Hurd to help out. and he kicks it clear, too far. It's out on the full. And very ordinary signs for Essendon fans, I would feel.
I would think, Robbo, it's a real worry when you've got Watson on the back line, you've got Hurd on the back line, players that you're really relying on to kick the goals for you.
And Wanganeena's been switched around a bit too. Oh, really, Wigney, lip tap, can't get clear. And a free kick will go to Essendon to be taken by Watson. Couldn't quite see. Oh, Brown intercepts. Snapshot. Mark taken by Fletcher.
Terrible signs here for Essendon.
There's some shockers, aren't there? Salmon takes the handball and kicks it clear out towards the wing.
Danaher the target. McDermott couldn't take it. Floods provided just a little up forward. Well played by Cowthorpe. Jarman. Anderson crashes through. Should get a free. Was held on to. Masidi in the centre. Can't get it away. McGuinness over the top. Jarman, Denham. Loose ball. Bickley. McDermott's got Wren short. What a half Wren's played. Stretches couldn't quite hold it. Oh, well played, big fella. Will it sit? It will. Could he kick a goal? No. To the square. And again, Adelaide completely on top here.
Yeah, he held back there on the kick, didn't he, Sean Wren? He did all the hard work. And when he got there and saw the goal face, I think he just froze a little bit on that, Sean Wren.
Watson short to Hurd. We're inside the last 20 seconds of this first half. I think the Bombers would love the siren to go. Thompson goes up to centre wing. Good fly, good mark by Mercury. Time running out though. Essendon definitely need a quick goal. I don't think they're going to have time to do it. And for the second time in this match, an Essendon player with the footy stuck in the centre of the ground when the siren sounds. Well, what a turn-up this is. It's not over yet. There's a long way to go. But at half-time, it's 6-6 to 12-12. You wouldn't read about it. I kid you not, they were betting 4-1 on Essendon this morning. And if this was a scoreline at half-time, there'd be no betting if they were in front.
It should never be, though, Bruce, because I always believe if you've got 20 committed people on any given day in a game of Australian rules football, as long as you've got them committed, you're going to have a really good contest. And they started brilliantly, didn't they, Bertie? And the first quarter was terrific.
Well, there's no doubting the ability of this Adelaide side. We've seen it every time they play in Adelaide. They can do it, so it's only probably been a mental thing coming to Melbourne and not being able to win. They opened the floodgates a couple of weeks ago when they beat Hawthorn, so they now believe in themselves.
Double the score at half-time. It's the Crows 84 to Essendon 42. About to start. A most remarkable opening half with Adelaide leading 12-12 to 6-6. It's a 7-goal margin at half-time. A place in the grand final for one of these two teams. Somerville wins the tap uncontested. Masidi playing up forward, runs at it. Maynard with him. Brown, who kicked 2 goals in the opening term. Maynard under pressure, just dropped it on the ground. Long gets through. Masidi, who looked to be in trouble in the first half, got it to Ola Renshaw. He's got time to steady, chips it to Salmon. Free kick, surely. Free kick to Salmon.
Well, the general consensus at half-time, Bruce, was that they couldn't get back into this game, Essendon. If they do kick a couple of early ones here, maybe they're not out of this contest. Here it is, very early. Pittman over the top, interfering with Salmon. The umpire was about 5 metres away, had a very good look at that one.
2 goals, 2 for Salmon.
We just mentioned there that Michael Long was very slow to regain his footing, and he was the player that got the ball out of the centre. Terrific handball from in under.
Well, what a big kick this is. 2-3 to Salmon. You wouldn't believe it, would you? From 25 to 30 metres out. 6-7 to 12-12. The Bombers need everyone they can get.
Yes, that was really the most important shot he's had too, Bruce, because this second half, and this particularly early in this third quarter, they need to kick a couple of early ones to give them any sort of chance to get back into the match.
Hart's kick in, punched away by Somerville. Ball rebounds. Nearly a tap on by Denham was effective. O'Donnell snapshot for goal. Goes close to the square. Buick, no. Rushed through for another behind to Essendon. So what Adelaide started with in the first quarter, Essendon certainly need in the third quarter. Hills and Hurd on the bench. And Ben Hart to kick it back into play once again. 6-8 to 12-12. Comes to the members' side. The ball floating in the breeze. Punched away by Long from Jarman. Rebounds for Watson. Handball brilliantly. Denham, unselfish. Buick will get it now. There it goes. Darren Buick kicks his second goal. And it certainly was coming. The Bombers surging forward. and they get their 7th goal.
Well, that goal really coming from a very poor kick out there from Ben Hart. Giving the chance there for Michael Long to tap that ball in the corridor area. Good little hand pass there from Sean Denham to the goal kicker in Buick. And a poor kick out from that full-back from Ben Hart off the outside of the boot. And kept it in that centre corridor area, setting that chance up for the Bombers.
Bombers fans lifting 7-8 to 12-12. They've had 3 scoring shots in the second half. Somerville again, long out of the centre. Away with a bounce. Chips it, Salmon the target. Well played by Visca to fill the hole. Salmon charging out.
Indirect though, Bruce, there from Michael Long.
I agree, Bernie.
Not the best option there.
Well, I guess if Salmon leads there.
Well, just ignore it because they must go for the goal face.
Visca wide. Maynard was his target. Here's Anderson. Had a very good first half. Capped it off with a goal. Not a good kick. Blind round the body straight to Thompson. The big possession getter for Essendon in the opening half. Chips it in, but again, not good footy. Wren takes it, gives it off to McGuinness. McGuinness's poor kick into the centre. Smart got an awkward bounce on the hard turf. Smart has got terrific pace. Away from Grenfold. Grenfold pressures him, pushes him out. Handball by Wanganeen. Ola Renshaw tries to break Tregenza. Back to Wanganeen. A fit of the fumbles, out of play.
Yes, I think Nigel Smart at centre-half forward just a little bit too good for David Grenvold with his pace and mobility, causing Grenvold all sorts of problems.
Boundary throw in left half forward for Adelaide. Grenvold with the football, and he's going to get a free kick. Well, obviously the umpire saw something that...
Too high, Robbo, indicated.
An infringement. Grenvold's kick in towards the centre. Watson's third in line. Jarman in front. Either took the mark or was awarded a free kick. Handball away for McDermott. Essendon have got to stand up here. McDermott's kick. Oh, went straight through Wigney. Modra off the ground. Ball bounces close to the line. Back goes Fletcher. Keeps it in. Centimetres in it, and that's all it was. The boundary umpire was only 15 metres from that little incident, and he signals out of bounds. Chris Danaher, tackled by Smart. Ball spills for Liptak. Handball Anderson. Loves to kick goals. Greg Anderson. He's kicked to the front of the goal square. Modra couldn't take the mark. Flood away to Wanganeen. Wanganeen handballs it in front of himself. By gee, that was close.
Good pressure there by Modra.
Kick off the ground. Goes wide to the wing. Rashuto. Well done. Too far for Andrew Jarman, but by gee, it was good vision and nearly a good kick by Mark Rashuto.
Well, they held back initially, Robbo. He was going to kick on the left boot, then change to the right boot. Andrew Jarman showing his displeasure there with that kick from Rashuto.
Boundary throw in, left forward pocket for Adelaide. Somerville. Oh, gee, that was tough stuff.
That was Bickley.
Terrific stuff by Bickley.
No, there's no doubting his courage, Robbo.
No, and he's been an integral part of this team since coming into it.
Yeah, undoubtedly.
He's only had 11 possessions today, but he's been a very, very good Adelaide Crows player.
Smart and Somerville. And out of play. 12-12, 7-8. Essendon with the early goal in the second half.
Mark Bickley now playing on Michael Long. Andrew Jarman, Gary O'Donnell playing on each other.
Somerville. Ola Renshaw and Grenvold. Grenvold gets away. Tregenza to put the pressure on. Grenvold from half back. Kick it as Hart went to ground. Kick it, can't keep it in, out of play. Goal in that second quarter stopped the rot for Essendon. Adelaide had kicked 6 straight goals to that point. And the Bombers still chasing hard and trailing by a long way. 34-point margin. Wren and Kickett. Jarman. Couldn't get the handball through. Watson gets in over the top with Kickett. And the Bombers able to hold it up. After Jarman looked like he may have an effective touch. And again, it'll be a bounce. Wren, hands on his hips. Goes with Watson and Kickett. Wren, well done. McDermott's got a bit of time. Centering kick, not good. Danaher got underneath it. Oh, made a meal of it. Brown away with a bounce. On the lead, Wigney. Should get him. Wigney couldn't hold it. Thompson under pressure. Handball to Danaher. Squeezes one to Masidi. Good field, Mercedes. To Denham, to Mercedes again. Well played, Bombers. Ola Renshaw, still Ola Renshaw. It's a better build-up, but Tregenza able to smother. Runs onto it, Tregenza. Ola Renshaw comes back. It's a contest. It's good footy. Wanganeen gives it away. Liptak over the top. Bickley over the top. Liptak gets it out. Good umpiring. McGuinness went without it. Spent it before he got it. Grenville out to Ola Renshaw. Ola Renshaw squeezes it. Watson onto it. Takes it with courage. Held up. Maynard to Tregenza. Great footy. Should kick it to Smart. He does.
Could be a free kick to Wanganeen on it, Bruce. He was held there by Liptak.
Well done, Ben.
Kicked him out of the contest. Well spotted by the umpire.
Yeah. And this could be critical because the Bombers have got the players out on that far side of the ground. Thompson took it from Michael Long. That kick was ordinary. Mercury interferes. Yes, Mark. You've given away the free kick.
Nothing across half forward this afternoon for the Bombers, Robbo.
Ordinary kick by Visca, but Ben Hart had plenty of time. His kick in short, chopped off by Denham. Ball spills for Liptak. He can't control it. Comes to Michael Long. One bounce. Goes long. Looks for Salmon. Getting back was Wren. Still a contest. Salmon. Buick can't take it. Little touch by Pittman was important. Mercury close to the boundary line. Mercury does well. Handball. Salmon. Get the goal. Third.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Bombers in this third quarter. They really needed to get a move along. Salmon missed an easy shot at the opening minutes of this third term, but now has kicked 3 for the afternoon. 450 career goals now to big Paul Salmon. Has been a great player over the years for the Bombers, led the goal kicking on 6 occasions for the Bombers.
This game's alive now. 12-12, 8-8. Wren goes early. Centre square's important. Long again. Third time in the quarter. He's turning this game around. Goes for Salmon. McDermott cuts him off. Goes wide. Bickley's got a paddock if it sits. It's a big play here. Brown running for him. Or Smart. He really should have gone for Brown, I thought. Modra. Brown, handball over the top, Wiedemann attacks hard, tries to get rid of Grenville, well played by Thompson. It was excellent.
Beautiful, Thompson.
Wonderful stuff to Denham. Now, Denham again through the centre. Essendon mounting its challenge. Salmon sets himself. Rashudo made probably an error there, could have probably marked. Handball to Visca. To McDermott.
Now Jarman gets it back to Rashudo. His hand pass finds Wiedemann. Wiedemann in the centre of the ground. A good kick out in front, which is where the forward always likes it. And Whitney marks in front of his face.
That was a better finish there by the Weed. A great kick by Wiedemann.
Whitney short kick, chopped off by Wanganeen.
A little bit too low and a bit too short there from Whitney.
Oh no, you've got to get it, Dustin. The contest with Whitney. He gets the hand pass away. Adelaide may get a goal when it looked as though Essendon were going to surge down the ground. The kick to the goal front, no mark taken. In trouble, Liptak. Still in trouble. Now a possession for Wren. No, Liptak still got a chance. Down he goes from Grenville. Nigel Smart. What can he manufacture? Nothing. Mark Thompson captaining that side brilliantly. Gets the ball out. Kelthorpe has it. Runs outside 50. Gets back onto the favoured right side. Handball over the top. The Bombers are handball at all cost. It's O'Donnell through the centre of the ground. His kick is effective. It's marked by Watson. The Bomber fans have got something to cheer about.
Goes short. Tregenza didn't quite cut it off. Really should have. Ola Renshaw. Tregenza. Still Ola Renshaw. Boundary line looming out of play.
Ordinary kick, wasn't it, from Timmy there? Wanganeen, a little bit of strife behind play. The trainer's been having a look at him.
Gee, isn't the Bomber Thompson playing a quarter of footy? The captain.
Fantastic.
Can sense something here with Essendon coming back. Buick looks for free and he'll get it. Rashudo hanging on over the top of him. And this is the best finisher in Essendon's team. We couldn't think of anyone better to have the footy. He's kicked 2 already.
Well, 2 great goals last week also from Buick. We'll see the replay. The free kick awarded against Rashudo, and he might be in a nomination for the Oscars, do you think?
Oh, he made it look pretty obvious, didn't he, in the finish?
Well, it doesn't hurt to throw the arms out occasionally, let the umpire see what's happening.
Well, especially when you're only 20 metres from goal.
Buick going for his third. Drop punt, he's got it. They're coming home here, the Bombers, charging back into this preliminary final. They've had 5 scoring shots to zilch.
That's it. Just going to say, Bruce, Adelaide just haven't scored in this quarter yet.
No, well, there's no doubting the character of this Essendon side, Robbo. I don't think we'd ever doubt that. You see that free kick again, awarded against Rashuto. 48 goals now for the season for Darren Buick. They have got some variety up on that forward line. Buick, 2 fabulous goals last week.
So it's back to 24 points now, the difference. Can Adelaide get a score? Tregenza kicks across his body. Half forward, it bounces off Liptak's legs. Denham can get the hand pass clear for O'Donnell. Now Chris Danaher onto the right foot, kicks it high. In towards centre half forward. Somerville can't mark. Oh, taken down was Bickley. Long's got McDermott. No free kick. Still a chance. Ola Renshaw. O'Donnell gone. Ola Renshaw away for Denham. Denham quickly. Good spotting. Masidi in trouble. Maynard over the top. Masidi gets the free kick.
Yeah, too high against Maynard.
Jumping Joe Masidi from that western suburb Keeler. Poor kick. Maynard's handball finds McGuinness. McGuinness runs through the very, very hard centre wicket area. A long kick inside 50 metres. The ball goes to the back. Chance here for Flood. He gets past some very, very ordinary minding. And Thompson from 50 metres kicks it into the centre. Denham having some sort of an impact. On the far side, Ola Renshaw, but he goes for the right-hand side where Thompson was forced to kick with his right foot. Probably not a good option. Terrific shepherd by Somerville, doesn't come off. O'Donnell beaten for it by McDermott. Then Wren, now Wiedemann. Jarman slips over. Handball okay. Tregenza backs himself, forced to kick with the left. Inside 50 metres, coming out and taking a nearly a great mark, but the recovery was enormous. Fletcher and Wanganeen combined. Ola Renshaw's got the footy, running through the centre of the ground.
Streaming away with a 4th bounce. Wanganeen's turning Liptak inside out in this turn. Taken by Cowthorpe. McCure will go. Goes for it. Sits back. Gets it through.
Those young blokes are getting into it now, aren't they?
Well, Wanganeen is just dominating across half back.
He's got to play there, doesn't he? That's where he plays his best footy.
And suddenly, this game has turned around completely.
Well, that's Fletcher too.
It's hard to believe, isn't it, how it's turned around so quickly.
That ball down there, Bernie.
They're in all sorts of strife, yeah. And that other option, if they had have gone the other way when you called it before, out to Ola Renshaw instead of coming this side of the ground at Thompson, they had it set up again to take into the forward line. Complete domination by Essendon at the start of this 3rd quarter.
And tell you what, they'll take some stopping. We've seen them this year with the spirit up, and when they're on a roll, they'll take some stopping here.
Wasn't there a cheer then when that goal was scored?
12-12, 10-8. The Bombers charging at the Crows, who desperately need a goal against the flow. O'Donnell, long again. 4th time out of the centre in this term. Jarman, well played. Maynard, Wiedemann, short. Somebody on the end of it. Wigney gets there, fills the spot, and arguably goes back for the most important kick of the day for the Crows.
Yeah, not much doubt about that, Bruce, because if they kick this one, they've got quite a handy advantage again. I don't want to lose momentum here, the Crows, because things really haven't gone their way as we see David Brown taken from the ground, replaced by Scotty Lee. And Wigney having the shot at goal. He started on the interchange and has replaced Scott Hodges.
Will kick from 45 metres out, drop punt. It's close. I think he might get it. It's a goal. A big kick, an important one. And so Adelaide at 13-12 to 10-8.
There's Adelaide's only score for the quarter so far. And James Hird also preparing to come back on for the Bombers. We see Joe Masidi playing at centre forward, just trying to get that little hand part, a little kick away there. And Wiedemann, we said his finish hasn't been all that good today, but he has spotted 2 players perfectly, hitting them right on the chest. The last 2 kicks he's had from Wiedemann, terrific stuff from him. And a good finish there. Oh, Jarman, terrific in the middle, isn't he?
He doesn't get all that many posies, but he's so efficient. Bickley gets the Adelaide Crows up towards half forward, tapped on by Smart, no one home. Chris Danaher will clear for Essendon. He has a good look upfield, a wobbly punt kick out in front of Watson. Watson makes a contest, does well, then gets the handball away. Ola Renshaw's had a few possessions in the last 5 minutes. He tries to go for the thumping kick up into the forward line. It bounces awkwardly. Scott Lee, Buick gets there just a little late. Ben Hart can't control the footy.
Well, Renshaw could have spotted Sean Denham there too in the middle. About 20 metres on his opponent.
Changing the centre breaks there, Bernie.
Well, turned around this quarter, 7-1 in that second term, 5-1 in Essendon's favour in this quarter.
Well done by Salmon, but his kick falls short, and it's marked by the opposite number there, number 52, Sean Wren. Kick across the back line. Visca goes short. Anderson will mark. He's between half-back and centre wing. Gets onto the left foot, and he's kicking towards the centre. Good mark taken by Wiedemann.
You can go to Jarman, Robbo.
In short. Too far. Ola Renshaw marks. Now that is a very, very important breakdown there. Jarman was in the clear, and that kick very, very inaccurate. Ola Renshaw, move it quickly. He kicks it in towards half forward, and that's a good one. O'Donnell stood his ground. Watson takes the handball, kicks in long. Buick, no. In trouble underneath all of that was Mark Rasciuto, and the umpire will call for bounce. Mark Rasciuto and Darren Buick, and a little to do there as the umpire will bounce.
Wiedemann coming off the ground, maybe that last kick. Graham Court's not too happy about that. And David Brown back on for the Crows.
Maynard from Wren to Tregenza to McGuinness. Good teamwork from Adelaide. McGuinness trying to keep it in play. It was a good kick in the end because he's under great pressure. And Thompson thumps it over the line. Well, what a big 10 minutes coming up. They call it the Premiership quarter. Essendon played like that for 15 minutes. Adelaide's held firm now, kicked the last goal, and still has a handy break. Can the Bombers erode this lead further? Denham's quick kick. Hurd takes the mark. Only 3 games in 12 weeks, Hurd, and he's been out of sorts today. Salmon provides the lead. That's the way he goes. He sets himself the big fish, goes only with one hand. Rasciuto mops up. No one ready to kick it to. Probably should have held onto it a bit longer. Wants the boundary line. Wants it badly. It's running, it's rolling, and it finds it. Out of play, centre wing. Mark Rasciuto said earlier, youngest player out here at 18 years of age. Played 19 straight games for the Crows. Well done by Calthorpe to push it forward to O'Donnell, who's having a good turn. O'Donnell's centering kick. Hurd gets set. Hard at the back. Buick tried to read it off the back. Salmon gets down. Cleverly, really, but was it a scoop? It was, so it's against him. And McDermott's free kick from centre half back.
Looked to play on, but the umpire's asking Chris McDermott to go back, and, well, actually, he's going to give it to Pittman, who eventually handballed away to McDermott. McDermott from right half back, kicks it out near the wing. Marking contest. Thompson very, very close there to Scott Lee. And the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in. Centre wing. Adelaide 13-12-90, lead Essendon 10-8-68. So 22 points is the advantage. Essendon wouldn't want it to be stretched any further than that. And they would love to get a goal or two in the remaining 7 3/4 minutes. Michael Long, kick towards full forward. Punched away by Rasciuto, but Essendon have got the numbers. Watson overrun it. Left it behind like a duck's egg. Oh, great smother there by Long. Watson still a chance. Got the footy underneath. Can't get clear. Pickman's little tap for Tregenza. Chopped off by Mercedes. Left foot kick to the front of the goals. Punched away. Goes back to half forward. Ola Renshaw in trouble. Gets the handball away. Gives away a bit of ground. Denham and Calthorpe combine. What can David Calthorpe do? Give another hand pass away. Bomber Thompson. No one there. McGuinness in trouble. Now Adelaide hold it up. And a critical one at that. 50 metres from the Essendon goal. A couple of times they looked a little dangerous. But Adelaide have been able to play very tight football across half-back.
Great pressure, wasn't it, Robbo, by the Adelaide defence. Essendon had possession, but they really couldn't do anything with it.
Somerville, but it's punched away by McGuinness. Scott Lee in a little bit of trouble, but does well. Gets the handball away to Visca.
Visca up towards Smart, with him Grenvold. Now Wanganeen and Liptak. Smart still swoops on it like he does so often. Deep in the pocket, drop punt, centering kick. Essendon get back, bad bounce, chance for Whitney. Still Whitney, the handball to nobody. Not good footy there, and Essendon concede a behind. A big chance there, bad bounce for the Bombers, and they were able to get away with it. Still limping a bit, Wanganeen, which is a worry for Essendon.
Well, he's been a bit quiet today, really, hasn't he, Bruce?
Liked his
kicks and 4 hand passes, but He's got the same influence as he's had right throughout the finals.
He was shifted pretty early, Bernie.
He
I
was.
thought he had an influence in this quarter. Off half-back for a while. Kick in. Wigney gets underneath. Tregenza at the back's got Jarman inside. He's got a couple of options here. Decides to take Ola Renshaw on and does it. And then chips away towards Modra. Fletcher goes very early. Liptak tried to get back. Handball away by Flood under pressure and out of play. So Modra with 5 first-half goals. Hasn't really got into the game in this third quarter with Adelaide being outplayed.
Tregenza really could have gone for home there, Bruce, because Modra wasn't leading. He was kicking to a stationary target.
Liptak went without it. Grenvold comes away from half-back.
Very, very ordinary kick. He was under a little bit of pressure, but he got no penetration. But Essendon combine in the centre of the ground. Somerville. Good kick, Mercury. Mercury looks for Salmon, and the big fire Pittman. Is that 50 metres?
Oh, that hurt Salmon. He put the knees in, but
He didn't have to do it.
He's hurt himself too, Pittman, I think.
well, Pittman had that knee problem in that first half. Oh, that was an excellent diving mark, though, by Salmon, wasn't it? Well, the crowd obviously saying, well, what about it? Because Fletcher, it happened to Fletcher in the first half. Let's see this again.
Mark.
And yes, 50 metres.
I'm with you.
50 metres.
Anyway, Salmon's got the football. Impressive stats. A chance to kick his 4th goal.
I just don't know how necessary it was to land right on top of him, Robbo.
23 points is the advantage, so Paul Salmon can bring it back to 17. And he does just that. 4 goals now for Paul Salmon. Tony Modra is the leading goal scorer on the ground with 5.
There's Paul Salmon, 2 goals in this quarter. It could so easily have been 3. He missed an easy one. Oh, look, I don't think Pittman not too many worries there about what his intentions were there with Pittman. Just dropping the knees right into Paul Salmon. Fortunately, it made no difference with that Salmon shot at goal.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Essendon 11-8, Adelaide 13-13. They kicked 5-2 the Bombers to 1-1 in this quarter. Come right back into the game. Wren and Somerville. Salmon with 4 goals. Buick taps it forward long. Watson caught by Jarman that time. Watson, well done, held his ground against the odds. Buick's always dangerous, still dangerous. You'd give him a chance.
Not a bad free kick, though. It means he's now going to kick it 50 metres plus.
Bickley legging when Buick seemingly was away.
He could have been home, though. It's a very important free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this again. Desperation there by Bickley. That is a professional free kick, I suppose you call those, Robbo.
I know it's not in the rules of the game, but you really think he deserves 50 metres with that? I do.
50 metres?
Well, it's not in the rules of the game, but in the spirit of the game, the guy's away, it's illegal. He's going to kick a goal anyway. For the Buick.
Bruce, I think it's important to note now that in the second term, Adelaide kicked 5 goals 8 to that right-hand end. One wonders whether there might be just a slight advantage going down to that end of the ground.
Well, remember Watson's floating goal early. But you also wonder just how many chances Adelaide had in that second quarter. They probably should have been 10 in front.
Exactly. There's that free kick again. And technically, what is a trip?
Yes.
If you want to get pedantic about it, I suppose.
Well, they've made a real surge now, Essendon. So what can Adelaide do to answer it? Liptak, run down by O'Donnell. Gets his kick away. Wigney can't control it. Chris Danaher, chance for Modra. Flips it into the path of Brown. Good bump by Fletcher. But he's left Modra on his own. Modra's kick to the goal front. Jarman, well done. He had his eyes on it.
Well, Brown's hurt behind play there too with that tackle, if you call it a tackle, from Fletcher.
Well, that was an excellent mark taken by Andrew Jarman. 7 kicks, 10 handballs, and now a chance to kick Adelaide's 14th goal.
So Scotty Lee coming off the ground again, but that is a good grab. Jarman, eyes only for the ball. He attacked the ball. He was about the only one. The others were worried about bodying. Scotty Lee off, and Wiedemann on again for the Crows.
Well, Andrew Jarman, you really expect him to kick this. Oh, a shocking kick. Oh, no. You wouldn't believe it, Bruce, would you? One of the the most efficient players in the competition, and he misses from 15 metres.
12-8 to 13-14.
Hard to understand, isn't it? Hard to understand. Finals pressure, that's about all you could put it down to, Robbo.
Yep.
He'd get out there on Tuesday night and he wouldn't miss one from that area of the ground.
Flood goes wide. Anderson in the front spot. Cowthorpe, who's gone on to Anderson this term. Wiedemann tapped it forward. Somerville looks for the boundary line and finds it. Well, you look back at a couple in the second quarter. Wiedemann sprayed 2 or 3. Wren ran into an open goal and missed. Jarman missing that one. 13-14 to 12-8. Smart goes. Bickley, left-hand handball, gave it away to O'Donnell, to Denham, and the Bombers are away again. Denham stretching McGuinness, in fact, running away from him. Oh, how far did he run? Goes to Salmon. Wren gets back, couldn't take it. Chance here for Rashuto. Important play here with 2.5 minutes remaining in this term. Ola Renshaw's had a good term on Tregenza. And Tregenza keeps it in and now out of play. Down to the last 2 minutes in the third quarter. Essendon within 2 goals. They were 7 behind at half-time.
I'll tell you who's done a pretty good job today, and that's Denham and McGuinness. McGuinness has had 11 and 4. He has been averaging about 28.
Denham's had 22 posses himself.
Long, Ola Renshaw. Here are the two in question. Denham and McGuinness. McGuinness went to ground, pushing the back. It looked like there, no free kick. McDermott in trouble. Tregenza tries to break the tackle. Here's McGuinness again. Good-looking kick to Liptak. Liptak can size up a couple of chances. Smart now. Modra goes for him. Fletcher to cut it off. Chance here for Bickley or Jarman and Somerville. A big ball coming up. Somerville off the ground. Will it go out? Modra gets back. He'll have some time to set it up from 50 metres. Goes short, looking for Wigney. Oh, well played. Just got rid of Flood too easily. Hip and shoulder. Flood
far too
protesting.
easily, wasn't it, Bruce? Far too easily. Body on body there, Wigney.
Modra's done very well. 5 goals and a couple of handballs. Nice kick there. Kept his head.
It's an important kick.
Oh, huge kick, isn't it?
If he could slot this through,
Wouldn't it be
3-goal
handy?
advantage, what, three-quarter time.
We're inside the last minute.
You'd try the banana, wouldn't you, Robbo, if you could kick the banana?
Well, he'd have to. Hasn't he learnt that over there?
Well, he's going on the left boot.
Misses.
Missed everything.
The whole lot.
The banana was really the kick there.
Affectionately known in Adelaide as a check side.
Check side punt.
Check side punt, definitely, Robbo.
Better than a banana, isn't it?
I think so. We've been kicking it for a few years.
Ah, yes, they've taught... that kick has been very, very well used over the years. Flood, his kick. Wren punches it back. But O'Donnell chops it off. Just seconds left. Short kick, Mercury. Takes a punt. Long. Oh, did it well. If they mark this with seconds left, they can't take the mark. Massini, Buick, siren sounds, no score. Missed anyway. So I think we're in for an absolute cliffhanger. With 30 minutes of the preliminary final left to play, Adelaide lead by 12 points, 13-14 to 12-8.
To start the final term. What excitement here at the MCG. An enormous roar goes up. Adelaide leads by 2 goals. 13-14 to 12-8. Essendon coming home with a wet sail. Wren gets the tap. Oh, Long held it up beautifully against Bickley. O'Donnell off the ground. Or Denham it was. Long again, who's been absolutely brilliant. Quick kick away by Rashuto.
Long shirt too. And Bickley dumped him after he kicked that ball. A little bit of strife there, Michael Long.
Anderson from centre wing. Long running onto it. You can see that he is not 100%. Grenfold goes to ground. 24 free kicks to 13 in favour of Essendon.
He is still in a lot of strife there, Michael Long. There he is, dragged after he kicked that ball. Looked as if the left knee may have buckled a little bit underneath him.
Well, he did well to get out there and make a contest with Mark Bickley. And good play there by Mercury. Tried to get it to Calthorpe, but Andrew Jarman chips in. He kicks it in towards the centre of the ground. They must take a mark here. No, the possession is important, though. Wigney away for Tregenza. Tregenza's short kick. Who's on the end of this? Scott Hodges. What can he do? Kick. Not all that good. Modra left it behind. Flood. In short, Somerville. Short kick again. Not too bad. O'Donnell will take it over because he really had no one to give it to if he'd have taken possession.
Yeah, good smother there in that passage of play also by Dustin Fletcher on that kick by Scott Hodges.
Boundary throw in about 70 metres around from the Adelaide goal. The first goal, all that important. O'Donnell smothered. Got the hand pass away. Calthorpe caught. Well done, Andrew Jarman. Little possession there for McGuinness, then Anderson. And if they get a goal out of this, they can nearly thank Andrew Jarman again. Top effort, Modra. Little kick. Too far. Michael Long takes the mark. I think it was meant for Whitney. Chris Danaher. Handball over the top, Denham. Essendon taking a few risks. Denham runs up near the wing. His third bounce. Handball over the top. Creativity good. James Hurd. A high kick. Back there is Rashudo. Couldn't take the mark. Goes after it again. Got a little toe poke to it. Ben Hart's in trouble. Kick off the ground. Too far. Free kick to Essendon.
It was good play out of defence. They chanced their hand there, Essendon. Michael Long handballing quickly, getting the run. Denham with about 3 or 4 bounces. Wasn't a great finish by James Hurd. But unfortunately for the Crows, that kick coming off the boot of Ben Hart sailing over the boundary line.
Well, it's Buick. Pretty good kick for goal. Oh, he's got it! He's kicked 5. A magnificent kick by Buick. As we see Scott Lee on the bench. And Essendon pulled to within one straight kick of the Crows.
He's a great finisher, Darren Buick. He has kicked 5 goals for the afternoon, 50 goals for the season, second only to Paul Salmon, who has kicked now 60 for the season. He kicked 2 fabulous goals last week against the West Coast from similar positions.
13-8 to 13-14. Essendon coming home. Bickley's handball over the top. Tregenza gives it off to McGuinness. Running wide. Goes wide. Flood should take it. Where's Hodges and Modra? They're Wiles behind at the moment. Flood goes away. Neither Hodges or Modra moving too freely at the moment. I can tell you Hodges lumbering as Ollie Renshaw takes it out of play.
And 3 Crows there around him too, so fortunately he went out of bounds there, Bruce.
Well, that was a pretty ordinary delivery by McGuinness, did you think, in the finish?
He's been forced wide a lot again today,
Yeah.
Tony McGuinness. He said that happened last week against Carlton, but I think he's been forced wide also again today.
Denham over the top of it. Jarman held on to. Gives the handball away to McGuinness. Turns back inside to Tregenza. To McDermott. Trying to set something up. McDermott goes towards Maynard. Now up forward. Thompson at the back of him. Taken by Thompson. Had a tremendous third quarter. He's been a great lift to his team. O'Donnell streams away. Watson provides a path. Still O'Donnell through the centre square. Unchallenged in the end. Salmon underneath it. Pittman under pressure. Mercury to Buick. Great tackle on Buick. Masiti, Mercury, Pittman with him. Wren there and out of play. So the Bombers within a goal. 76,380 people here.
They did well then, those Adelaide boys, under a lot of pressure. Pittman up over the top. Tries to get it to Tregenza. But some good work put in there by Calthorpe as Hodges comes from the ground to be replaced by Wiedemann. So
Hasn't given them a
pressure-
great opportunity, has he, on the forward line, I don't think, this afternoon. He's whipped him off on a couple of occasions very quickly, Scott Hodges.
Here's a chance for Essendon. Buick may get his 6th goal. No, he misses to the left.
Free kick to Buick. He's going to get a free kick.
There's Pushay free kicked it there, the umpire indicating.
Well, this kick will level the scores if it's straight.
The umpire in question there is Darren Goldspink. Let's have a look at this in replay. A little bit of a shove there from Rashudo. Not a lot in it, Robbo.
Well, you're not allowed to do it, are you?
No,
I mean,
it's
just
technically it's a free
against the
kick.
rules. So Buick has a second chance from just over 20 metres, pretty well straight in front. So you would nearly write this down for a goal. He's dogged it, scores a level. And at the 12-minute mark of the first quarter was the last time that Essendon had the lead. So it's been a mighty struggle. Kevin Sheedy still looking concerned. As we have another look at why Darren Buick got a second chance there.
Yeah, not a malicious shove there from Rashudo. But it has given the chance for Buick to kick his sixth and level the scores. What a second half performance by the Bombers.
Scores are level at the MCG. Liptak out of the centre, Grenville. Now Smart's on the back line and Whitney at centre half forward. I reckon that's a worry for the Crows. Surely Smart's still their best option as a forward. Tregenza, Jarman, Smart to run it through centre wing. Goes high and long. Modra in the front spot. Fletcher sits on him. At the back, Flood. Snared by Thompson. Good tackle. Wiedemann.
Maybe Bruce, they're looking for the run out of halfback, which Nigel Smart can provide, but I still think, I agree with you, that he is a better option playing at centre half forward than Stuart Wigney.
Only kicked one goal since half-time. You've got to kick goals to win. 8 of the last 9 goals for the Bombers. Wigney gets the tap. Liptak runs deep into the pocket, under pressure, left foot. Well, very loose and very poor without rubbing it in. He's kicked 2 out of bounds on the fall and kicked 1 goal too. Last 2 shots for goal have both been out on the fall. Wanganeen to bring it in. 14-8 to 13-14.
Good kick by Gavin Wanganeen, wide to the wing, and an excellent mark taken by the much-discussed player, Nigel Smart. He's been called to play on, and he tries the torpedo punt. Didn't quite come off. Is that a mark? No, play on. Modra's got the football. Dustin Fletcher is there, but the umpire will bounce. Tony Modra quite happy with that decision, so obviously not even near a mark.
No draw in a preliminary final. Extra time to be played. Remember that.
Grenville close to the boundary line. Wanganeen can't control it, and we'll have another boundary throw in. It's about 30 metres around from the Crows' goal, so any score by them will give them the lead. There's still plenty of time left. 18 minutes. Graham Corns, the fingernails just lessening with every second. Wanganeen, chance for Maynard. No, free kick to Wanganeen in the back. Bit fortunate, I would have thought. 28, free kicks to 13. Grenville takes the mark just inside the 50-metre area. Adelaide's left half forward.
To centre wing. Wren's big stretch, takes the mark. Gives it off to McGuinness. They want to lift from McGuinness in the last quarter. Centering kick. Modra sets himself. Going high with him was Flood. Waiting for it, Thompson. Flood over the top. Thompson tries to get through. Gets it to Wanganeen beautifully. Wanganeen chips it over to Denham, who's been great, to Wanganeen. Essendon go forward of centre. The kick is a long one. Buick! And his name written on it. Couldn't take it. Salmon goes to ground. Hart gets back. Gives away a quick handball. Smart with a bit of time. Stops, props, goes wide. Jarman versus Wanganeen. Jarman pushes him in the back. Free kick, Wanganeen.
Very undisciplined by Andrew Jarman, I would have thought.
Yes, and very obvious, Robbo. The left hand in the back of Wanganeen.
To O'Donnell. Things happening for the Bombers now. O'Donnell.
It's called the play on.
To Flood.
Well done.
Broke Wiedemann very easily. Flood to centre half forward. Rashuto, well played. Ran away that time from Buick and took the mark.
He's a good young player.
The big chance, Robbo, was that last mark dropped by Buick, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He
my
was
word.
in beautiful position to take it.
Well, there's still a chance here, Adelaide. They've got possession of the football, which is the biggest problem, but a shocking kick by Tony McGuinness. You realise that he probably didn't have much to kick to, but...
Well, most unlike Tony McGuinness, isn't it?
yes, it was.
He's been a great little player all year, one of the favourites for the Brownlow.
Oh, here's a good interception by Tregenza. And a great smother. Brilliant smother, Wanganeen. Jarman with the football, caught by Thompson. Could be penalised? No. Oh, boy.
And Wanganeen may have hurt himself in that fantastic smother.
See Smart drifting down to centre half forward.
Here it is. Tregenza doing some terrific work, but then Wanganeen, what a smother that was.
Well, the bounce of the ball just forward of the wing in Adelaide's attacking half. Ruck contest taken by Bickley. Very awkward left foot kick. Bounce is awkward. Wiedemann nearly swooped on it. Smart was the tackler. In goes Wiedemann again to really rev it up there on the 50-metre line. Mark Thompson there for Essendon, and it was really good stuff by Wiedemann. Well, no comment. Darren Goldspink and Brian Sheehan bounce just inside 50 metres. Essendon get clear. Bomber Thompson. Short. Denham marks.
Been a great play today, Denham. Swings around onto his left foot. Always running to centre half forward the kick. Front spot Hurd. Hurd goes with a chip to Salmon. Pittman gets into his back. Thumps it away. Salmon after it. Out of play. Scores a level in the preliminary final.
It wasn't a great kick there from James Hurd. Sat up a little bit too high, didn't it, for Paul Salmon, giving Pittman the chance to thump it away.
7 goals in front, the Crows at half-time. Dead set level here. Salmon. Pittman. Still Salmon. Now Ben Hart. Squeeze a little kick away. Bickley got an awkward bounce. Handball gave it away in a hurry. McDermott against the flow court. Gets the handball away. Maynard gives it to long stages. Watson important. O'Donnell should go. Goes and puts it through. The Bombers are in front. For the first time since the 12-minute mark of the first quarter.
Well, this has been an amazing comeback by the Bombers as Joe Mercedes comes off the ground to be replaced by Derek Kickett. Enormous pressure and great work by the Bombers forwards. Desperate to keep that ball in that forward line. Maybe a little bit of a high tackle there by Mark McCurry on Chris McDermott, but here's the finish from O'Donnell.
Well, the character of Adelaide will really be tested now. We've got 14 minutes left and Essendon have the lead. O'Donnell again. Denham. Very quick possession. Picked up beautifully by Hurd. Close to the ground. That was brilliant.
Robbo.
A man with a crook hamstring. He'll go for goal. The kick is very long. No mark taken. Oh, nearly Calthorpe. He had 2 goes at it. McDermott appealing for the free kick. Nothing happening. Bounce of the ball in the goal square. 3 metres from Essendon's goal.
This has
Bombers
been
a chance again.
Absolutely amazing turnaround by the Bombers. 7 goals down at half-time. Gee, they've shown some character, haven't they, in this second half?
Well, the reward is a chance to play in a grand final. Scott Lee on the bench with Scott Hodges. Adelaide bench looking a little anxious now. They have to work to get the lead back. Buick. Wide, O'Donnell misses it. Clean Baldy. Lip tap into the path of Prosciutto. Watson worked very, very hard in that contest. McDermott spills for lip tap. Handball, Prosciutto does well. Kicks it wide towards the wing. He wants this to go out, and it will. So with 13 minutes left, Essendon lead by 6 points. Boundary throw in, O'Donnell. Tackle by Liptak, didn't have the ball. Advantages with Essendon. Buick has the football. He's kicked into the ward, centre half forward. Ben Hart couldn't take the mark. Could have nearly been awarded a free kick. Salmon gets the ball clear. Calthorpe smothered. Kickett leaves it behind. Goes after it again. Paddling the ball in front of himself. No free kick. And the umpire surely will have to come in and bounce.
Gary O'Donnell very important in this turnaround also, Robbo. 12 kicks and 11 hand passes. Ricky Olorenshaw has come into the game also in this second half. 10 kicks and 10 hand passes.
12 minutes remaining. Smart is at centre half forward for Adelaide. Renton wins the tap. Hurts did very well. Kick around the body. Bouncing ball still in play. Salmon. Still Salmon. Pittman puts a tackle on. McDermott can't quite break away. Essendon with a chance. Watson snapshot. It's a goal. Is it across the face? Missing. Well, that would have tested the old stand here at the MCG. Had that gone through.
1 goal 1 to Timmy Watson. After half-time, it's been 9 goals 3 to Essendon, 1 goal 2 to the Crows.
And an important point, Bruce. Just breaks that slight deadlock. 7 points now, their advantage.
McDermott straight down the centre. Tregenza running onto it. Still Tregenza. Quick give to Jarman. Jarman to Modra. Oh, that's good.
Beautifully weighted kick, wasn't it?
Remember against Hawthorn when the Hawks looked home and hosed and Liptak kicked that goal against the run as Maynard comes off for lead. Adelaide didn't lay down that day and they're still in with a big chance here. Jarman's finish was perfect as it was earlier in the match.
Yeah, they went the shortest possible route to get to this kick from Tony Modra. coming in for goal number 6 for Tony Modra if he kicks this.
Buick's got 6 at the other end. Modra back, drop punt, oh, close. It's got it. 6 for Modra. Adelaide's first goal since the 16-minute mark of the third quarter, and only their second goal in the second half.
Yes, and there's a player that set that up there. Andrew Jarman with that short pass. A long kick down the ground there, not able to take that mark was James Hurd running onto a Tregenza. Little give there to the very good finisher there in Andrew Jarman. Terrific kick, great lead there from Tony Modra.
Oh, what a terrific game of football. Both sides being tested to the limit. Wren, long, O'Donnell, a quick kick. Centre-half forward contest. Ball rebounds, kick it. Shot for goal, no, free kick. Going to Adelaide to be taken possibly by Ben Hart. Didn't quite see what that was for. But that free kick ledger still looking very, very uneven. 30 to 14. Ben Hart wide, looks for Wren, can't take the mark. The big fella goes after it. Taken by Wanganeen, grabbed when he got rid of the ball. Now the advantage is with Essendon. Watson has it. Beautiful kick by Watson. Hurd on his own. Hart had come down the ground.
Well weighted,
gave James Hurd just that little bit of space.
Yeah, well weighted. There's the free kick against Bickley. Advantage paid. Tim Watson hasn't had a huge influence on the game, but what he does is all class, Tim Watson.
Well, another important kick. Can James Hurd kick a goal this time? Looks pretty good. He's happy with it. James Hurd's first goal for the day. And Essendon lead again by 7 points.
This is a replay, bit of a thump away there by Somerville. Wanganeen dashes out of defence. Bickley, a professional free kick there again by Bickley, but spilling to Timmy Watson. Advantage paid on this occasion.
Professional free kick, which has cost him a second goal for the match from Bickley.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. He did the other one on Buick.
And you keep goaling from professional free kicks. I wonder how professional they are.
Good point.
16-9, 14-14. Big moment here in the game. O'Donnell's been magnificent in the second half. Holds it up.
I bet that hurt when he dumped into the hard turf.
Well, we saw Michael Long get a hard one earlier on in this quarter.
Well, they reckon it's like concrete, talking to some of the reserves players.
Penetrometer, 2.2.
That's lightning fast, Robbo. That's concrete. Wren. Long. Tries to get through. Bickley. Hart in trouble. Caught. Handball away. Jarman. Good handball. McGuinness. Centering kick all right for Modra. Goes early. Chance for Liptak. Still with Liptak. With an opportunity now. Goes back inside. Smart. And Liptak. Oh, trouble here. Symbolic of what's happened in this second half. Danaher to Cowthorpe. They're going to be hurt here, Adelaide. Cowthorpe steaming down the ground with 4 bounces. And then goes short to Mercury. Buick. Rashuto. Now Visca. Adelaide with numbers. Visca going to ground. Adelaide in trouble. Mercury holding it up. And hasn't the turnaround been complete there?
Yeah, it's very ordinary hand pass, wasn't it? In the forward line, spilling in front of Nigel Smart, made it very difficult for him. Centre breaks in this last quarter again in favour of Essendon. It's been 10-4 since half-time.
Sean Wren takes the ball. Andrew Jarman. It finishes with Tregenza. His kick in towards half-forward. Nigel Smart can't take the mark. Grenvold running onto it. Brown. He can handball it away. No, he goes for goal and misses. Well, he could have given it to Modra.
Yeah, but then Modra had his back to the goal there, Robbo, so Brown really should not have missed that from 20 metres. Very important, very important miss. Oh, Greg Anderson in trouble off the ground.
Well, he hasn't really been an important player in the last quarter. David Flood, 16-9 to 14-15. Still just one straight kick the difference. Players down on this near side, O'Donnell and Calthorpe, but he goes in short and finds Fletcher. Fletcher can come wide. There's plenty of players down here still in front of us. And he eventually goes long. Looks for Somerville. Good kick. Somerville marks behind Maynard. And there's a player on his own. Have a look at this. The captain's got away. He can give the hand pass to O'Donnell. And he does. O'Donnell running beautifully. Jarman is the chaser, but O'Donnell kicks it to the goal front. Salmon can't mark. Could be a big turnaround here. Visca can go down the far side of the ground. Player in the middle is Wiedemann, but he goes long. Looks for McGuinness. Important possession here. Denham gives away a free kick. McGuinness will take it. 16 and 6 for McGuinness. And Denham, on the other hand, 15 and 12. So they've had a great battle. Tony McGuinness. Can Adelaide get a goal, which would level the scores once again? Goes in short. Nigel Smart's made good position away from Grenville.
David Grenville gave him 20 metres, Robbo.
Too much in a critical last 7 or 8 minutes of a preliminary final. Modra running back to the goal square. Nigel Smart summing it up. Goes into the pocket. Looks for Wigney, but too short. Wanganeen, easy chest mark.
Gee, not the right option, was it?
No, shocking option, Bruce, going into that pocket.
Poor kick, poor option.
There wasn't even a committed lead into the pocket.
Well, surely
so I don't know why he kicked it there.
Modra's been great today, but surely it's his responsibility to make the big move. Now Tregenza chips it cleverly to Wiedemann. Adelaide well and truly in this game. They've stopped the Essendon flow. They're coming back. High ball. Modra will take a fly. In the front spot was Wren. Goes to ground. Danaher and Liptak out of play. Anderson situation, Max Stevens.
Greg Anderson, Bruce, has a thigh injury. It's not a hamstring, a thigh injury, and will not be taking any further part in the game.
Somerville and Wren. Somerville punches it out again. 1 goal the difference. 6 minutes remaining in the preliminary final. The time to really stand up now. Wren, who has played his heart out. Smart from the side. Chris Danaher's had a quiet one. Smart did very well. Still was Smart. Handball wild though. Danaher straight to the boundary line, out of play. Essendon keeping the ball away from the Adelaide goal square with 5.5 minutes remaining.
Well, it'll be an interesting 5.5 minutes, won't it? Wren doing the ruck work. Up over the top was Fletcher. Bashes it outside 50 metres. Ola Renshaw takes it over. So momentarily out of the danger zone for the Bombers. Dustin Fletcher playing on Modra. Modra's kicked 6 goals. Adelaide have kicked 14. Somerville handball. Visca. McGuinness. Caught and should be penalised. No.
Gee, I thought that was a good tackle, Robbo. I was with you.
Free kick to Visca.
Oh, sorry,
Visca
a little
before
earlier,
that.
was it?
Okay.
Yep. So Adelaide can breathe again. Mark Visca to kick them back to within scoring distance. Goes into the pocket. Maynard punched away there by Calthorpe was a good effort. And we'll have another boundary throw in as Kickett comes off the ground to be replaced by Joe Mercedes. Opportunity here for Adelaide. Maynard, snapshot for goal. Doesn't get the distance. Modra, no, too early. Should have been free kick. Danaher's got the football. And in the back, he'll take the free kick.
Good courage there by Chris Danaher. Played a great game last week against West Coast Eagles. Put his body in and deserved the free kick.
From full-back, Essendon leading by a goal. With 4 minutes remaining in the preliminary final. Wide. Bird goes up. Had a very good last quarter. He's really turned it around for himself. At half-back. O'Donnell's very short note decides to come out wide. Mercury, punch away from Visca. Buick, 6 goals today. What a player he's been. Out of play at centre wing. 1 goal separating the two teams. 3.5 minutes to go. Hurd goes for it with Bickley. Gives it away towards Calthorpe. Maynard over the top, long. Calthorpe jumps on top of it. Wiedemann looks for a free kick. Not getting it, and again a bounce at centre wing. They're very tired, these players. A break either way, so important here. Will it be the Bombers to sew it up with another goal, or Adelaide to tie the scores? Wren and Watson. The kick smothered by Mercury. The handball by Rashuto. Wren got a hard bump. Kick away by Denham. And out of play at centre wing.
Educated kick that one from Sean Denham. Essendon would be very happy to have the ball out of bounds for a while here, Robbo, with the clock running down.
Well, with really nothing happening, they've got the ball nearly the length of the ground, haven't they? Boundary throw in, Hurd, McDermott, handball wide, McGuinness, no, Mercury the tackler. Boundary umpire will throw it in. We're down under 3 minutes. The Adelaide fans need to barrack a little harder. Their team trail. Michael Long bashes it close to the boundary line. Once again it goes over. Precious seconds ticking away. Essendon have the lead by 6 points. The ball at left half forward for the Bombers. Sean Wren gets the tap out. Not to anyone in particular. In after it went Bickley. And the umpire will call again for a bounce. Michael Long trying to assert his authority. Comes up with the football. Time remaining up in the left-hand corner.
And the clock's still running down, so precious seconds being used up here.
Wren and Hurd. Ball comes clear. McDermott just gets his foot to it. Wide to the wing. Free kick going to Essendon. Taken by Kelthorpe. Not much in that.
Don't know about that free kick.
32 free kicks to 16.
But a very important one nonetheless.
Kelthorpe just holding it up, which is good. He's only a young player too. 1 minute 30. Kelthorpe kicks it to within goal scoring distance for Essendon. High flyer ring, couldn't mark. Salmon with the footy. Buick. He's kicked 6. The kick slews off the side of his boot. Ola Renshaw favoured by the bounce. He's got it. Dispossessed by Tregenza. Very important possession here. Taken by Brown. Wanganeen's got him. Did he have the football? One wonders. Away goes Ola Renshaw. To Wanganeen. In short, Watson. Shorter again, Mercury. No, Watson gets around. Forced to kick with the left. It slews off the side of his boot. Centre half back for Adelaide. Very important possession. Watson's got it. Watson goes for goal. Look at this. That bring the last down. Essendon are home in the preliminary final thanks to a goal kicked by Timmy Watson. Graham Corn shakes his head in disbelief after being 7 goals in front at half-time.
Well, he should shake his head too, because what a turnaround it's been by the Bombers. 11 goals since the half-time break. Timmy Watson kicking his second. He kicked 1 in the first quarter, and that one a very important one to seal the game for the Bombers.
Inside the last 45 seconds, Essendon 2 goals in front. Oh, Liptak, who to? Smart, caught, savaged almost. Liptak again, Wanganeen, who's played a brilliant second half, out wide. McGuinness, but time's going to beat Adelaide now. They've had plenty of chances. Still McGuinness. Goes to the goal square with a long one. Modra at the back, and it's through from behind. So Adelaide up to 14-16 to 17-9. And that will be the last score in the match. Essendon has qualified for its 26th grand final. And next week will be playing Carlton. It's been one of the most remarkable games in the long history of this great game. To be 7 goals behind at half-time. That's it. Well, what a performance. 8 of them 20 or under. Dead set gone at half-time. No way out. The door was locked. They got out of jail.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, you really have to admire. They've got a good sprinkling of the older experienced players too.
Don
Scott's got an interview on the ground.
Don?
Gary O'Donnell, well done.
Fantastic, Don. You know, 7 down half-time. We've been persistent all year, and we showed it today, and people up in the throat there. Great win.
There was a fantastic tackle, I don't know if you remember it, by Wanganeen on David Brown just over here.
Yeah, made the difference. Ball went out to Tim, and Tim kicked the goal. Fantastic.
What about the turnaround? What happened at half-time?
Oh, well, we just perhaps didn't settle in as well as we might have, but you know, we just focused on the things we've been doing well this year at half-time, and we come out and did them.
Well, congratulations. I'll let you get back to the files, and good luck next week.
Thank you, Don.
Yes,
Essendon by 11 points in the preliminary final. The final scores, the Bombers have won 17-9-111 to Adelaide 14-16-100.